Okay, lads and ladettes, are we ready? Should we begin? I mean, we've only got a few minutes. Can I please stop killing innocent MMOs, Josh? No, because I'll tell you what annoys me about that. First of all, welcome everyone. Hopefully you're having a lovely day. There we go. Let me tell you what annoys me. First of all, hi. Let's start off with some positive energy. Hello. Now let's go into the negative energy. You know what annoys me? What annoys me is that the most immoral, the most corrupt, the most evil, and the most powerful people in our society seem to be able to act with complete impunity and do pretty much whatever they want with absolutely no consequences. Let's combine that with MMORPGs. The MMORPG genre is crying out for a new game. The players want something new. They want a new experience. Why is it that the people that lie to you, the people that attempt to trick you, the people that try and pull you parasocially into a system or a process or a product that no longer exists and was probably never going to exist and who want your money are the ones who then get rewarded for doing that? Why is it that the people who promise you the world and then take your money and run away with it are the ones that get to enjoy the free lifestyle? And the people that are hanging back and saying, hey guys, maybe don't fully believe all of this, maybe don't fully commit to this, maybe have a little bit of, you know, customer caution with this going on. Why are they the ones that are laughed at as the ones that are spreading fear, uncertainty and doubt? Why are they the ones that are laughed at as the ones that are just hating for no specific reason? Is this about Ashes of Creation? No. Didn't say that at all. If you want to connect my opinions with Ashes of Creation, that's entirely up to you, but I did not point any fingers whatsoever. I mean, it's remarkably similar, isn't it? But I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. Allegedly is a word I'm going to be using a lot with this. What happened with Ashes of Creation? I'll tell you what happened with Ashes of Creation. Ashes of Creation was a game that massively overpromised and overhyped what it was going to be and got people involved in its product and process to effectively create a cult of supporters who would defend it from any and all critique. I made a video 4 years ago called Ashes of Creation Don't Believe the Hype. Stop hyping this game. Stephen Sheriff even commented on that video basically explaining why he was doing what he was doing. People told me within the Ashes of Creation Discord, within the Ashes of Creation Reddit, within the MMORPG subreddit that I was just a hater, that I was doubting it too much, that I wasn't believing the ability of the team, and I'm sure there are many innocent people that have been caught up and swept up in this entire process and they don't deserve what has happened to them. However, when something overpromises what it can do and then underdelivers what it can create, and then when something asks for your money, despite the fact they say they've got the money to do it, alarm bells start to go off. And when a company then says, we don't answer to a board of directors, and then when the game kind of doesn't launch and fail, the excuse given is, sorry guys, the board of directors took control. Well, which is it? Because you can't kind of have both here. You can't eat your cake and have it too. There's one of those was true, one of those was a lie. Then you've got the idea of people saying, hey, I'm going to give loads of money to this because it's going to exist. Don't worry, there's a clause in the contract that says if the game doesn't launch, everyone will be refunded. Pretty convenient, isn't it, that there was a Steam launch in December and it's been out roughly 30 days now, which I think legally counts as a launch. You have to understand, guys, that a hell of a lot of the law is trying to work out how to circumvent the law. A lot of the wording we use within legal situations is so specific, there's actually a word for it. We call it legalese. Legalese is the use of language, the use of words, the use of rhetoric, the use of specific sayings and phrases to mean different things and have different legal context in order to circumvent the meanings of contracts. It's why there is a difference between tax avoidance and tax evasion. And if you didn't know there was a difference between tax avoidance and tax evasion, that's by design. Legalese is not taught to you. You are not meant to know it. It's a lawyer talk. It's an attorney talk. It's a barrister talk. If you want to go and have a look at the difference between tax avoidance and tax evasion, I would encourage you to do so. Because educating yourself on how the legal system works and how any kind of creative process works is remarkably important. So when someone says, hey, don't worry, if this game doesn't launch, you'll all get your money back, and then the game launches in a buggy state, you're shit out of luck, my friend. Because the game did launch. The contract has been fulfilled. What I don't want people to do, and I can see you doing it in chat now, is say our only hope is Chrono Odyssey. Why, in order to save the MMORPG genre, are you constantly looking for new things to be added to it, despite the fact that the most successful elements of it are things that already exist? I don't understand why people say the MMO genre is dying or, needs to be saved when we have games that are absolutely fine within it that are continuing to push the boundaries and continuing to hold players. Is new stuff launching into this genre? No, not at all. It doesn't necessarily need to. The games that we have are good enough. It's like when someone says, oh my god, we need to save sports. We've only had the most dominant sports be the same for the last 20 to 30 years. We need to save music because we've only had the most dominant genres of music be dominant for the last, 10 to 15 years. It's entirely okay to have the most important and impressive stuff. Do we need to save movies? People go, oh my god, I can't believe that no good movie has released in the last 10 years. First of all, they have. But then you can also go back and watch the old stuff as well. Lord of the Rings Online is still alive and kicking. Guild Wars 1 has had a good remaster. That's still going. Dungeons & Dragons Online, that's still working. Guild Wars 2 is still going, that kind of stuff. When people say, and I'm not having a go at you personally, when people say stuff like, Chrono Odyssey is our only hope. Why? Why is it your only hope for a new game? Is it because you've played all of the others and don't like them? That's totally okay, but it's not your only hope. Your hope is to understand the MMORPG genre was never a genre of good games. It was a genre of society, a genre of community, a genre of connection. It was the world's prettiest chat room with a game system attached to it. Always has been and likely always will be. No one's playing the MMORPG genre because they want the cutting edge of game design. They're playing it because they want to play mediocre game design with other people. Or they want to play mediocre game design while existing around other people and feeling a level of community connection so they're not as lonely. And that's totally okay. If that's how you want to play the genre, that's okay. But please, stop putting all of your hopes and dreams onto whatever new MMORPG is going to launch. We've got this right now in old school RuneScape. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's a silly idea. But people are here. We're hanging out. We're chatting. And we're having a good time to it. We don't need to constantly be looking for the next best thing if you haven't actually enjoyed the thing that came before it. You've played every one of them and got to endgame and it becomes repetitive. That's like saying you've read every single book and when you get to the final chapter it gets quite boring reading the final chapter again and again and again. Yes, that's the point. It's meant to be repetitive because it's a genre designed to be a forever game. It can't exist. It's the snake eating its own tail. It's the Ouroboros of game design. If you finish watching a film and then you go back and watch the final scene of the film again and again and again, you're going to start saying, you know what, this film's actually quite boring at the end. Yes, it is because you finished it. However, if you're sat there with a bunch of mates watching the final scene again and again, you're going to find some fun things to do with your mates because the point of the genre was never about being good. It was about having friends to do the mediocre thing with. They're all built differently, they all supply you with a different thing, but ultimately what they're trying to supply you with is an experience to have with other people. Right. Let's play some RuneScape. After we've gone through all of that, I'm sorry that Ashes of Creation failed. I'm not going to sit here and say that I didn't see it coming. Of course I saw it coming. Without a doubt, I saw it. I'd made a video 4 years ago calling it out. The idea was that if you promise the world and you don't have anything to build it off, then you're not going to be able to do that. Am I going to make a video on the Ashes debacle? What do I need to say that's already not been said? What do you need to know? You need me to regurgitate the same points again and again and again? You know what irritates me about YouTube and general content creation is the people that... We'll start in a minute, don't worry. The people that make some of the most engaging content are the people that try to get you angry. The people that try to constantly tap into you being annoyed, you being angry, the us versus them mindset. And I find it very draining to exist and to live in a constant state of being angry, of being annoyed, of being upset, of being negative. The people that want to try and get your money for video games are the ones promising you the world, not the ones actually delivering you small, finished, final products like many indie developers do. So people are giving their money to people who are promising the world and not delivering. People are giving their attention to people who are getting them angry, getting them annoyed, keeping them in that constant state of tension, that constant state of irritation, because that's the most easy to tap into emotion. So we have an entire generation of audience who want to throw their money at wild promises because they want something, and throw their attention at people who are making them angry and annoyed because they want to feel something. And then you have a whole generation of gamers who don't get the thing that they paid for because it was never going to exist anyway, and are wondering why they're feeling so bloody negative all the time. Because they're constantly consuming content that makes them negative. I don't want to do that. I am aware that it is the worst possible way to build a community, by trying to spread a little bit of happiness and joy and levity. But fuck it, we're gonna try. Because the alternate is just spreading hatred and dissent and disconnection and annoyed, unhappy rhetoric. Which one do you want to be involved with, guys? Have I covered the Ashes drama? Notice how everyone's coming in straight away. They want to know about negative stuff. Very few people wanted to know about Guild Wars Reforged. Not as many people cared about RuneScape making good stuff, but suddenly everyone wants to know about Ashes failing. Because extreme emotions are rewarded with the brain's dopamine center. It's a grim reality that you'll keep hearing content from the people that have negative stuff. I want to know how I'm feeling today. You know what? I'm actually pretty good. I've got a box of Imperial Guard I'm looking forward for building later. I refuse to call them the Astra Militarum. I've got a bunch of people in game around me who are helping me with this stupid idea. You know what? Yeah, when we actually step back and say, hey guys, step outside of the bubble of anger. This is fine. This is good. Let's start with some positive stuff. Yeah, gratitude is indeed a rad attitude. Let's say that. That works. If the anger led to something productive, it would be fine, but people seem addicted to the emotion. It's anger for the sake of anger. You know what? How about we do the tale of two cats? How about we voice the tale of two cats while just playing some RuneScape for a bit? You guys, you get on board with that? We've got YouTube with us. We've got Twitch with us. If you are watching on YouTube, by the way, I can read your chat, but your chat does not appear on the screen. Let's start. Ashes of Creation, more like Rune of Scape. Yeah, got 'em, Zeep. 100% got him. So, Myth, you're trading something with me. That's beautiful. Let's go to the bank. Okay, I'm guessing that's all stuff that I'm going to need for this quest. You are perfect. Look at you. You are absolutely perfect. My goodness. Let's go get the Amulet of Cat Speak. Myth, could you please walk me to the bank so I can get the Amulet of Cat Speak? I would appreciate that. What's LazyManMode? Allow me to explain. So, yeah, YouTube people, I can read your chat, but your chat doesn't appear on stream because Twitch has this thing about dual streaming. Twitch, it's like, hey, you can't mix chat, you can't show chat from outside sources. It's just a Twitch thing. So if you want to hang out on YouTube, that is totally okay. You're able to do that. I'm just changing it so you guys can't see the bank pin as I input the bank pin. If you want to, watch on YouTube, totally fine, absolutely okay. However, if you want your chat to appear on screen, that's when you've got to jump over to Twitch. And your chat will be there. I can still read your stuff. I can still totally read the stuff. Now, where's the cat? I nearly typed in Twitch instead of Cat Speak Amulet. Cat Speak Amulet. Right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Off to the desert, I believe. Is there a way to join the clan? Yeah, just jump in the clan chat. Lazy Strife. And the Twitch Speak Amulet. God, imagine that being a thing. Right, now let's go. Han, I'm with you. Let's get ready to go. Grab your cat. Let me grab the cat as well. Do I have a cat? It might be a kitten. Oh, yep, we've got one. That's a cat mask. That's not what we needed. However, there's the kitten. Come with me, pet kitten. Put the anglerfish away. Can I equip the cat mask? Oh, God. The uwu is strong with this one. Let's do this. Someone said games necklace as well. We can get a games necklace. I will explain what LazyManMode is in one moment. Right, now we're good. Now we are off. Hanaram, I'm following you. LazyManMode is a very simple idea. There are many very talented old-school RuneScape players. Games to Burthorpe can do. There are many, many talented RuneScape players who are showing you exactly how to play the game, exactly how to be independent, exactly how to, master the systems within the game. I don't want to do that. That sounds like a lot of effort. When what I could do, consider this. I am a streamer, which means I have an audience. And What I could do is abuse that fact, which is what I'm going to do. I am outsourcing all of the effort to you guys. If you want to help me get a quest cape, which is what I'm trying to do, I would like you to log into old school RuneScape. Specifically, we are using world 342 as the roleplay world. And then I will not be walking anywhere by myself. I will be following one of you. You must give me all of the items required to complete a quest. If there's an enemy, I would appreciate if you could weaken it before I have to take it on. Basically, this is Twitch plays RuneScape, and now YouTube plays RuneScape, using me as a middleman. I am in the unique position of being a streamer, which means that I can abuse my audience. Like this. And that's what I'm going to do. I thought, you know what? Why am I pushing back against this? I'm going to lean into it. Come and help me. Carry me through the game. That's what's going to happen. But Josh, that's evil. Only from a strictly ideological point of view. From my point of view, it's remarkably effective. So I am doing effectively no effort at all. This is not Iron Man mode. It's not Bronze Man mode. It's not even Lazy Man mode. This, and it is Lazy Man mode. I was going to say it's not even like something else. It's well, that guy's what's going on. Rico, get involved in the union. It is Lazy Man mode, and it is me exploiting all of you. Streamer, I assume. Yes, says Over Butler. This is the union. Before we start the quest, I need to understand and explain the union to you. If you are helping me within this mode, you are part of the union. This was created a few weeks ago when everyone that was helping me realized that the power of collective bargaining was really powerful. And everyone that's now helping me has these banners with them. And if they don't like what I'm doing, they show the Loverkenge banner. And if they do like what I'm doing, they show the Gnome banner. So we've kind of got this voting system. Like Rex right now is unhappy with the amount I'm talking, therefore the Loverkenge banner is being shown. The Gnome banner says that he agrees with what's going on. It's RuneSlop. That's what's happening. It's Lazy Man mode RuneSlop. Let's complete this quest. I'm also voicing every character, so just kind of deal with that. That's happening. Hello. I see you have a cat. Meow. Indeed I do. Do you have a cat? I do. His name is Bob, but I can't find him. Oh dear. I haven't seen him for a week. What am I to do? Do I need to do a cat voice? How does a cat sound? Ooh, what a wet blanket. Bob can look after himself. I know, Puss, but he is in distress. What? Never mind. Do you start A Tale of Two Cats? Yes. I will do the cat voice in the future. Worry not. Would you? Oh, that'd be so great. I don't want to leave the house in case Bob comes back. He must be hungry by now. This guy gets on my nerves. Shh. Huh? Where did you see Bob last? Well, he usually comes back to me once a week. Usually a Wednesday, a bit before lunchtime. I wonder why it's on Wednesday. Well, this week he hasn't come back for food, and I'm worried. Oh, he could be anywhere. Guess so. I've just had an idea. Oh my, you win a biscuit! Puss, do you want to help me or not? I said I would, didn't I? Okay. And my friend Hild is cleverer than me. Anyone would be cleverer. This isn't funny. Our cat is mean. This is not a good... Am I traveling with a talking cat while wearing a cat hat? Apparently, yes. Where was I? Oh, yes. My friend Hild might be able to locate where Bob is. She lives in the house just up the road. All right, I'll go and speak to her. Right, let's go. And for some reason, whenever waiting, everyone does the flap emote. So this is what the union tends to look like when waiting for instructions. Rex, now we speak to Hild. Follow Hanran. Han has been like the MVP of the last couple of days. They've just been really helping me with this. Hild, where are you, Hild? There you are. Greetings, adventurer. Why have you come into my abode? Greetings, Hild. I'm trying to find Unferth's cat. Ooh, Unferth's cat? Unferth is Bob's human. What are you talking about, cat? Your cat speaks some truth. It is humans that misinterpret their relationship with cats. You understand what my cat is saying? Indeed. Bob didn't come home this week. That is not like Bob. I wonder what could be the problem. I don't think there is a problem. Bob is probably chasing females again. Oh, wacky Bob. Goodness me. What a lad. What an absolute ledge. What a complete myth. Oh, we love Bob out having a cheeky Nando's with the lads and then chasing some birds. Someone's going to clip the ooh-woo out of context. It's not even a good ooh-woo. I'll do a better ooh-woo later if you deserve it. I don't think you will, but if you do, I've got one locked and loaded just in case. Hello, I'm still here. I'm sorry, LazyStrife. I will help Unferth find Bob. He has been a friend of mine for many years. Ah, good. He could be anywhere, though. I see you have an amulet of cat speak. If you open the amulet up, you will see inside it contains a mechanism. If this is enchanted correctly, it can be used to locate a cat, in our case Bob. If you bring me 5 death runes, then I will be able to perform the enchantment for you. I've got the death runes with me now. Good. Give me the amulet so I may perform the enchantment. You pass the amulet to Hild. Hild gives you the enchanted amulet. Using the enchanted amulet is easy. Open up the amulet and you'll see a cat's face. Use the whiskers to rotate the cat's nose. You'll see the nose move and the new direction highlighted. When the nose points in the direction that Bob is in, the eyes will light up and the mouth will open. You need to head in that direction and then check the directions again. If you are very close, the eyes and mouth will animate, no matter which way the nose is pointing. That's all there is to it. Good luck. Thanks. Right, let's do this. Let's activate the cat speak amulet and find a cat. Open. Oh, here it is. Here we go. You guys ready? Enchantment. Yes, we've enchanted. Is it north? No. Is it to the northeast? No. It's not east? It's not southeast? It's not south? It is indeed currently southwest of where we are. So, southwest of, I think we're in Berthorpe right now. The best way to do this is to go to the Varrock Anvils. Let's go to the Varrock Anvils then. Off we pop. Def not Varrock. Okay, cool. Not Varrock. Don't do that. That was a bad idea. It is currently southwest of where we are. So what we could do is triangulate our position. Or one of you could just tell me where it is. Lev says Catherby. And Zeep says Varrock smells. Both of those things are true and accurate. Where are we going? Oh, teleport to Camelot. Let's go. Let's just double check the amulet again. See where we're at. Open cat speak. If this is correct, it should now be... We'll turn. Yep, and there we go. Now it's southeast. Han, I'm following you. We're going southeast. Let's do this. Not even that big of a RuneScape fan, but these graphics are charming. That's because style lasts longer than graphical fidelity. Style lasts longer than attempting to go for photorealism, because photorealism will eventually get to a point where it is just real and looks like everything else. If the style you're going for is photorealism, you achieve the style by looking like literally everything else that exists. If you go for style over substance, this kind of specific style, if you go for a graphical design, then you will look correct all the time. There's Bob. Right, where cat speak amulet? Speak to Bob. Bob, where are you? Well done finding Bob, by the way, guys. Talk to Bob. Bob, I found you at last. Hi, Bob.
Hi there, son.
Don't start that again. The humans have been looking for you. They get worried too easily.
I should have realized Unferth would miss me.
What's up?
I can't believe it, but I've fallen for Nette.
Nette? Now, I'm sure I've heard that name before.
What a beauty she is. It's the way the shimmer from the hot sands makes her eyes sparkle, the way she flicks her tail as she leaps gracefully across the pyramids, the way she cleans herself after a good rat, as you humans would say. She's the cat's whiskers. Oh, how I long to be curled up with her in front of a log fire and a big bowl of tuna. Menopause. would be a great place to start a family.
Wow, he's got it bad. Real bad. I never thought I'd see the day.
I know, but there's something about her. The way she... Well, it's everything. Oh, the hidden pain of love. Love lies not within the eyes, but within the mind, and therefore is the winged Cupid painted blind.
I'm starting to feel sick.
I haven't been home because I've wanted to be alone.
Does Nete feel the same way about you?
She said she has feelings for me, but she would never get involved with someone that has no family or status.
Don't you know who your parents are?
All I know is Gertrude found me on the doorstep one day. She looked after me when I was a kitten.
The crazy cat lady? Don't you have any memory of your parents?
Nothing. The furthest back I can remember is Gertrude looking after me.
Lazy Strife, let's go and talk to Gertrude. Maybe she remembers who Bob's parents are. Do I look like a matchmaker? Come on, we can help Bob. Well, I guess we're off to Gert. Bob, why do you... Look, Bob, if this girl doesn't want you just because you don't have a level of status or a level of power or your family are rich and powerful, then honestly, Bob, I'm not going to lie, mate, you can do better. You can do straight better. If you are pining after someone who says, I don't want to be with you because you are a man of low status, don't. Find someone that loves you for you. Find someone that loves you no matter where you have come from, no matter who your family is. Find someone that loves you in spite of a difficult life, not because of it. Thank you, Overbutler, for headbanging against the door. I appreciate that. Gertrude, I need to ask you about Bob's parents. I feel that, unfortunately, Bob is in love with someone who is not going to love him back because he is not worthy of her love. But I need to show that Bob is worthy of this. Do I play D&D? I have been known to partake in the Dungeons and Dragons. Oh my god, I've never caught you live while I'm dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch right now. Why not? The planet is ruled by a cabal of evil elite pedophiles. The world is on fire. Nothing matters anymore. Fuck it. Dual stream on Twitch and YouTube. Let's go. Let's ask about Bob's parents. Hello again, Gertrude.
Welcome back, adventurer. How is your cat?
I'm fine, thanks. He says it's fine.
What can I do for you, then? I hope it's not about death runes. I hear a terrible rumor, you know.
Death runes? No, no idea. No, it's not that. I am...
Come on. Spit it out.
This is going to sound very silly.
Why?
Are you going to talk in a stupid accent? Go on. Try me. Okay, well... First of all, how did you know, Gertrude? But secondly, do you know who Bob's parents are?
Bob? You mean the big tomcat who hangs around the Heroes Guild? No, I'm afraid I don't know a lot about him. People round here know I care for sick and abandoned animals. And one day, I found a basket with a kitten inside left on my doorstep. I brought him up as best I could. Soon, learned to take care of himself. He really was an amazing little thing. There was this one time when...
We don't have time for this! Bob could be in trouble! Tell her to get on with it!
Crumbs, your cat's quite noisy, isn't it? Is everything okay?
No, it needs to be taken to the vets, urgently, for an emergency amputation. I do hope you're joking. These claws are real, you know. None of your bronze nonsense. See? It can't stop howling. Allergic to cat hair, apparently. Anyway, you were talking about Bob's parents.
Was I? Oh, yes. Well, I'm afraid I don't know anything about them, adventurer.
Hang on. Maybe this is something to do with the legend. Yes, it just might be. Have you heard of Robert the Strong? Vaguely. Ask Gertrude if she knows anything. Gertrude, do you know about the legend of Robert the Strong?
No, sorry. If it's a legend, it's Reldo you need to talk to. He's in Varrock Palace Library. Knows all about that kind of thing.
Good old Gertrude. Come on, let's go! But I'll explain later. Rex, please walk us to Varrock Library. We need to talk to Reldo. Oh, it's old school RuneScape again. Gothic, it's going to be old school RuneScape for a while. Take the kids' toys for the Union. No, we're not robbing stuff in the name of the Union. What's up, Vel? Josh's DMs are open. Yep, you can message me a question if you've got one. What's up? It feels different seeing live. Wow. Does it feel worse? I bet it feels worse. Because I'm not specifically... Oh my god, Zeep just said smelly. Zeep, I'm going to report you to the word police, which in the UK is just the regular police. I've been playing RuneScape for a few weeks now. A few years in general. Right, what voice did we give... What voice did we give Reldo? I can't remember. I think he was like a super nerd, wasn't he? He was. Hello there, Lazy Strife. I have a cat-related question. Yes? Well, go on, ask him. Okay, I'm on it. Do you know anything about Robert the Strong? Robert the Strong. There's details on him in one of my books in the history of Gillinor. Let's see now. 4th Age, popular lore. Here we are, Robert the Strong. Not much is known about the hero called Robert the Strong. Most folk tales describe him as being taller than the tallest human and stronger than the strongest warrior. He wields a 6-foot-tall longbow and travels with his faithful panther, Odysseus. He is said to have a personal crusade against the Dragonkin. The Dragonkin? I'm coming to that. The stories tell of the Dragonkin being an intelligent race of bird-like creatures that walked rather than using their wings. They're said to be immortal, but cannot reproduce. Because of this, they become very afraid of death and shunned all other races. Some even say the Dragonkin made corrupted versions of themselves for protection. That went, for some reason, that ended up sounding like Noel Fielding from the IT crowd. From protection, what we know now as dragons. However, this has never been proven. Doesn't sound very believable. There's no doubt that some element of these tales have been exaggerated for storytelling purposes, but you should be careful of outright dismissing them. Robert the Strong is a name that often comes up in stories from the 4th Age. There's no reason to not believe that these folk tales are based on events that actually happened. Thank you, Reldo. You've been most helpful. That was a nice tale for mothers to tell their children, but I don't see how this helps Bob. Someone's just said, YouTube streaming now. Yes, Ryu. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? What's going to happen? MMORPG players are so desperate for a new journey to grab onto whatever the evil masterminds are pushing. They are so desperate for a new journey, and yet they don't go on the journeys that already exist. They spacebar through all the chat, rush to the end game, and then wonder why the game they've rushed through has less game. Because we've prioritized experience points over the point of the experience. If this mic could fall, I would drop it. Because that is a great line. That's probably the best line I've ever written. I've written some good lines. But that line, we've prioritized experience points over the point of the experience. That's my entire career right there. Pretty much summed it up. Everything right there. That is what the kids call, I believe, spitting bars. I know, right? I'm glad you're whelmed. Not even a DVD logo today, going through rough times. It's all here. It's all ready. But the Union have banned it. You want some Subway Surfers gameplay to keep your tiny mind attention span? There you go. Don't you think it's odd that no one knows where Bob comes from? I guess, but he's just a cat, right? I hoped you would have understood by now. There's more to cats than human beings. Look, okay, right, see, Riot, look, Riot, see, look what's happening in game right now. See? See how the Union are already saying boo, they're putting the Loverkenge banner out, they're saying riot. That's because Subway Surfers is banned. Banned by the Union. We are not allowed to do anything. Brain rot is banned in this stream. Because of the Union. I get your point. After all, I'm being dragged around Gillinor by my cat. Okay, I was distracted, but you bounced back. I wouldn't say dragged. Let's call it a partnership. Okay. So you're saying Robert the Strong is Bob. Let's ask Bob. Let's go. Right, okay, cool. Back to Catherby? Catherby, I think? Cool. So now we go to Catherby. I'll accept the teleport, thank you. And pray Bob is still there. Let's pray. The Union is this the new Ashes of Creation? No, this exists. And Rex, I'm following you. The Union is a collection of people who are all helping. Don't forget to feed my kitten. That's a good point. Hang on. Where is my kitten? Currently. There we go. Pick up kitten. Hang on. Let me just grab this kitten. Get in my inventory. There we go. Cool. Now I'm following you. Oh, good. There's a cow who's saying moo. This is excellent. Let's see where... Is Bob still here? Yes. Fantastic. Bob is still here. Talk to Bob. Angry Cross, I'll trade with you in a minute, mate. Worry not. Talk to Bob. Hi, Bob.
Did you find out who my parents are?
Not exactly. We think you are, or used to be, Robert the Strong.
Robert the who?
I thought this was stupid.
Robert the Strong was a great hero. You have no memory of him?
No, I'm afraid not.
Does a Black Panther called Odysseus ring any bells?
No.
What about the Dragonkin, a vicious race of bird-like creatures?
Nothing.
Well, looks like there's nothing else we can do, Puss.
I'm not done yet. Do you remember when you were hypnotized by the Devourer?
Oh, no, I was hypnotized.
The Sphinx understood how you were hypnotized. It might be able to access Bob's memories of Robert the Strong.
That sounds crazy, but I guess it just might work.
Bye for now, Bob. We're going to speak to the Sphinx.
Bye.
Well, now we're off to the Sphinx. Let's go. Yes, thank you, Moo. Bree, I'm following you. No, I'm not. I'm in the house still. I'm stuck. Angry Cross, I'm following you. Han is trading with me. What's up, Han? I'm accepting. Glory to Al-Kharid. 2 sardines. Are these for my cat? Are they to feed my cat right now? And then we use an amulet of glory to Al-Kharid. Don't have an amulet of glory on me. Feed these to your cat. Use raw sardine on... Oh my god, the cat falls onto the floor every time on kitten. There you go. You are now fed. Angry Cross, what are we trading? I'll accept a trade. Bob is Jason Statham, apparently. Amulet of Glory and a raw shark. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. Angry Cross to Al-Kharid. Let's, yep, you've already been added as a friend and all sorted out. To Al-Kharid, let's go. Rob Al-Kharid. 1 fish is enough. Okay, cool. I know that now. And Rex, I'm following you. You can turn the 3-2-1 trade cooldown off in settings. I still don't trust myself. So I will not. So for those of you who have never seen a LazyManMode stream before, how are you feeling with it? Is it interesting to see someone effectively not playing RuneScape? I'm basically just putting as little effort in as possible. Josh should tick manipulate the Union. That sounds like a lot of effort. It's whelming and you're whelmed. I like the story voice acting. It's going to get worse. Hang around. It's more interesting than the Winter Tote right now. It is a different way to play the game, isn't it? Is LazyMan where you follow someone around? And not just that. I also need to take stuff that they give me. I need to effectively outsource as much effort as possible. I'll trade you an anglerfish for 100 coins. Beautiful. I'm going to grab myself a shanty pass. I believe I've got a shanty pass in the bank. Someone bought me one at some point. So, yep, there we go. Grab a shanty pass. Let's head through here. He needs carpet. I've got carpet cash, don't you worry. 100 coins. We've got carpet cash. Right, where are we going on the carpet? Are we going to Menaphos? Travel on the Rug Merchant. Carpet ride costs 200 coins! You haven't given me enough. How can you have done this to me? I can't believe... Oh, Pollenveach. Gotcha. 10,000. I'll take 10,000 coins. Thank you very much. I deserve this for being me. For streaming, which, as we all know, is the most difficult job in the world. Pollenveach, let's go! Some guy once followed me a while. When I stopped, they said, "Why did we stop?" Thank you for being so real. You're welcome. I do deserve all of this stuff. Look at us flying on the carpet. This is the community. I wonder what other MMORPG we could do this in afterwards. There's got to be other ones. Also, why did you stop? Have I spoken on the AOC news? Yes. I'm getting tired of just repeating the same record of new game is being hyped up as the best thing ever. It won't happen because they're promising the world. You're just a hater, you should have faith. It doesn't happen. Well, I had fun. It happens all the time. Just constantly. Forever. It's a cycle. It's a cycle that gamers are so desperate for anything. They will believe any massive world-changing lie told to them. And then wonder why it doesn't happen. It's the same story. I just saw an MMORPG with AI NPCs on Kickstarter. If anything boasts about the fact that it uses AI or Web3 or blockchain, it's not designed to actually be good. It's designed to just hit the buzzwords that people who don't understand what makes games good are trying to use to trick gamers into playing their game instead of making an actually good game. The trick to making a good game is to really enjoy games and make a good game. If you have to use buzzwords and a load of reasons about why your game is going to be the next best thing, maybe you're not trying to make a good game. Maybe you're trying to make a project or content. Do super chats show up? They do, it just takes me a while to actually, find them, but thank you if you are super chatting. They should do. I think they do. The trick is to add a crystal armor recolor. Are we talking about Duke Nukem Forever again? We're talking about anything that just ends up being a trick. It's a real shame. It is a real shame that people are being tricked into supporting a game instead of just supporting it because it's a good game. I don't want to trick you guys into things. Evil Dave, I'm following you right now. Evil Dave 2, cool dragon by the way. Please take me to wherever the Sphinx is. The Sphinx needs a sexy voice. There you are. Talk to Sphinx. Ask the Sphinx to help for Bob. Good day. What is it, human? Sphinx, we need your help. Yes, please help. Well, very well. I see you have a close relationship with your cat. I will help you if I can. What is the problem? Thank you. Bob is in love with Neat, but we need to prove that he used to be Robert the Strong before she will have anything to do with him. Slow down, human. Bob has fallen in love? This I did not foresee. Who is this Robert the Strong you speak of? He was a mighty hero. Human myths interest me not. Robert the Strong's no ordinary human, though. It is true there is something about Bob. There is the mark of power on him. I have ignored it for far too long. But Bob has no memory of this. Then it is time for action. Come with me into the desert, so we are not disturbed. View the cutscene. 5 minutes, 20 seconds. Hell yes. Let's do this. Quiet, please. I shall summon Bob.
What happened? I was eating a particularly nice piece of tuna.
Greetings, Bob.
Oh, hi there, Sphinx. Hi there, Lazy Strife. What's going on?
I have brought you here to find out who you really are.
So you buy this Robert the Strong stuff?
I have long suspected your appearance as an ordinary cat belies your true nature.
Hey, I'm just this cat, you know.
Look into my eyes.
Sure, whatever.
You are now under my influence. Let's start with something simple. What is your name?
My name is Bob.
Good. Are you or have you ever been called Robert the Strong?
I don't know.
Think back to your earliest memories.
I see a big cat.
Where are you now?
I'm in front of a dark tower. The cat is called Odysseus.
What is your name?
My name is Robert. I am walking toward the tower.
Does this background music fit?
Come, Odysseus.
No! Not Odysseus! No! Robert smacking 38s with that bow. Boom! Oh, he's not killed the Dragonkin. The Dragonkin's got a bit of life left. You are no longer under my influence.
Wow, Bob, you really are Robert the Strong.
I am.
Yes, when you were hypnotized, you told us of when you defeated a Dragonkin.
I did.
Yes, how can Neat refuse you now?
Really?
Sphinx, summon Neat, please.
There are more important matters than matchmaking.
That can wait. Bob has been lovesick. We have to tell Neat.
Very well. I shall summon Neat. Is it Neat or Nete? I can't remember. We're calling her Neat.
Oh, furballs. Hi, Neat. Hello. To what do I owe this pleasure? Kip Bob is Robert the Strong. What are you talking about? The Sphinx hypnotized Bob. Bob told us when he was Robert the Strong fighting Dragonkin. So you're supposed to be Robert the Strong?
So they tell me.
For too long I have ignored the fact there is a mark of power on Bob. Under my influence, Bob was able to recall memories that had remained hidden until now. It proves he is, or was, Robert the Strong.
Wow. Come here, you!
Neat whispers in Bob's ear.
Neat! Of course, kitten. Hey, Lazy Strife, could you do me a favor?
Of course.
Myself and Neat are going away for a few days. Could you look after Unferth for me while I'm away?
Sure.
I'll give you a list of what needs doing.
Okay, no problem, Bob. Lazy Strife, since you are to look after Unferth, shall I teleport you to his house? Yes. Teleport me to Unferth's house. Bob has given you a list of chores to help look after Unferth. Well, we now need to do this. Let's grab this list of chores. Tidy house, warm human, feed human, tidy human, tend garden. They are the thing. Josh, we have unionized in your absence. We accept it. Yes, the union accepts the DVD logo, but nothing else. That's fine. Darcy, welcome back. We are currently at the house. Let us see what we need to do now. I'm assuming we need to, do some stuff. Make bed. Okay, we've made the dude's bed. Inspect table. I have made the bed. Rake the patch and plant some potatoes. We can do that. Let's go next the cake, is it? Do I inspect the table? The table has an empty cake stand and an empty milk glass on it. Use chocolate cake on table. Use bucket of milk on table. Brilliant. We use the logs on the fireplace. Logs on Fireplace? We are 100%. Am I looking forward to Dawn of War 4? Yes, I am. It's interesting they went straight from 2 to 4, but that's just how they want to do these things. Are we accepting a trade? Is it milk because you're a cow? Of course it is. I'm going to take it. I don't need it, but I'm going to take it. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. And what is happening? What is happening, says NFT expert. What a job. Wow. Need milk for strong bones. Union business. Join the union, they say. We might bring him in. Bring him into the Twitch stream. Someone let him know what's going on. What else am I doing now? Let's have a look at my chores. Warm the human. Feed the human. Do I need to use the tinderbox on the fireplace? Yep, there we go. We have lit the fire. That's something else done. Tidy the human and tend the garden. Tidy the human. Use shears on Unferth. Give you a haircut. Brilliant. I have tidied... Not yet. I've not fully tidied the human. I assume I need to use something else on him. Again, use shears on Unferth. Stay still. I'm giving you a haircut. And then we should... Yep. The hair... Is he bald yet? Not yet. He'll get there. Don't worry. He will get there. And yeah, there we go. That's better. He needs to look like Odor Block. Okay, let's just grab an Armadil Godsword then and we can sort that. There we go. Talk to Unferth. Hi, Unferth. I'm doing some chore. Right, we can't tell him. Right, there we go. Tend garden. It's the last thing we need to do. Let's tend the garden. I assume we need to use the rake on Unferth's patch. Let's rake the old patch. I've met Odor Block in real life. He's a nice guy. Or at least we got on fine. And that is now raked. Plant potatoes, possibly. Use potato seed. I can't reach that. Use potato seed on the closer patch. Beautiful. And do I need to water it? I'm guessing not. Oh, I might need to. Do you need to water the garden? If you do, I don't have a watering can. Now, you just wait until they're grown. Well, in that case, I'll just... Does the union accept me flapping with you? Am I allowed to do that as well? This is a union question. Yes, the union accepts me flapping. Perfect. And now I will flap. Union approved flapping or camping. Ugly and Small just says, feels like I'm watching a car accident. Get in here. Get in, bro. Join the Twitch stream. Join us. Join us. Do it. Yeah, come on. We can make you flap. Let's make it as unflappable. Potato is a hang on. Potatoes is a 40-minute grow period. Are you being serious? Unless it's faster for the quest. Yes, it's flapped! That's amazing. Right-click, loop, flap. Perfect. This is fantastic. And I'm going to send these guys away. Dismiss Flipper. It's going to be an exciting 40-minute bit of the stream. The stream is now just 40 minutes of the union flapping. Perfect. What is the plan for instance bosses? Just kind of cry. Cry, worry. Like, if there's no choice, I will do, like, content. Like, I'll actually work. If there's absolutely no choice, I'll do some stuff. Unfortunately, I will... Yeah, your triceps are going to be used. This is a hell of a workout. Should we do another quest while we wait for these potatoes to grow? We can do the tail... Oh, they've grown. We can get his prayer up for prot melee. Yeah. You know what? This is union business. I was starting to think that maybe I could have some input into how this account is played. Maybe we could do this quest. Maybe we could do that. But no, that's a lot of effort. So, the next quest on the list, just so you guys know, is Tale of the Righteous. But you know what? It's union business. You guys can decide what happens next. You guys get to decide what's happening specifically. Let's grind out some prayer levels. In that case, someone take me to a bank and give me some bones. What's Lazy Man Mode? Lazy Man Mode is the only mode that streamers should really play. I am trying to do as little as possible. I am only following people around in the game world. I am accepting any trade given to me. I am allowing any and all help. You know the idea of a strong, independent man? This is the opposite. I am a weak, dependent man in this specific game mode. He needs protect from melee so bad. You know what, Rex? I probably do. I'm going to follow you. Rex, I'm following you. Teleport. NFT wants to teleport me to Camelot. Do it. I'll accept it. NFT Lord, you telling me to Camelot? I'll go to Camelot. I'm accepting any and all help. Doesn't always be, you know, good help. And Myth. Myth, you've got lead on this one, mate. Let's do this. Need an IRL flapping stream. Someone logs in, it's just me doing this. This is content. This is content right here. 100% content. Love content. Give him house tabs for Rimington. And then am I using bones on... Right, Myth, you're trading with me, but first of all, I need to bank stuff. Allow me to bank everything in the 153 weapon store keys tab. Let's just deposit inventory. Inventory deposited. Now, Myth, what are you trading me? It's probably best to do this at somebody's house, I think. You intend to flap loop at Josh in the next convention we're both at. Everyone is free to join me. Inju will. Inju will do that. Accept trade from Magic. Magic. You're giving me burning amulets. That is lovely. Thank you very much. I don't know what they do, but I will take it. Rex says use my player-owned house. I will use your player-owned house. And Mort is also trading me. 1 dragon bones. Thank you for giving me a bone in the bank. We all want that. Why are there so many people, says Barry. Union business. We are helping a lazy man do quests. That's true. That is very true. Right, what do I do now? I'm guessing I go to someone's house. I've opened a house on the advert board. So Rex Rentaru is... We're going to your house, Rex. So if I get a house teleport tab, and then if I get some bones, I've got enough dragon bones. And then if I teleport to house, I'm going to teleport to the house now. And Rex, we're going to your house, are we? Okay, let's go to your house, Rex. Don't laugh at my house. This is my house. This is peak male living. Sometimes I like to sit on the chair and look at all the things my future has to offer. But instead, I'm going to leave and go to Rex Rentaru's house. More fun at peak male living. And then we go to friend's house. Rex. Oh, this board. Gotcha. View house advertisements. Rex. Do I just click enter house? Fantastic. Cool. And your altar's just there. And everything is there. Perfect. Rex, I believe you have your privacy mode on currently. If we want the union to be able to join, privacy mode will need to be changed. If you're comfortable doing that. If you're not comfortable doing that, you don't need to. But I'm assuming that I don't do anything until these incense burners are lit, and then you guys just keep trading me dragon bones. Have I seen the AOC news? No, what's happened with Alexandria now? Rex is asking where the privacy setting is to allow people into the house. I believe it's in settings, and then house options. I think? Where is that? No, actually, where is the option for that? We'll work it out. Just put friends list to all. Okay, yeah, that could work. That could work too. I am frankly amazed that... And once those are lit, we then pray. Oh, no, we don't pray. We use dragon bones on altar. And now we just sit back and wait. I mean, this is great. This is leveling right here. Josh, bring coins and bones in, noted for the next trip. Will do. I've hit prayer level 40. Oh yeah. No way is he unnoting himself. You can unnote them on the NPC outside. That sounds like a lot of work. Is it lazy, man? For anyone who's unsure of what's happening right now in old school RuneScape, you can, instead of burying bones to get prayer experience, you can worship the bones on an altar, which still destroys the bones but gives you more experience. And if you worship it on a gilded altar, which is what this is, and both these incense burners are lit at the same time, you get even more experience, making this one of the fastest ways to get prayer experience. So what I'm doing is using the dragon bones on the altar while other people effectively keep the incense burners lit. But the thing is, I'm about to run out of dragon bones, and when that happens, I'm going to need someone to trade me more bones. Now, very important, if you wish to join the Union, make 329 dragon bones. I'll take it, thank you very much. I can't use them right now, but I will take it. You have an AFK agility training thing in the basement, if anyone wants to use it. This is Rex's house right now. This is the official Union house. If you are helping me out, I'll wear those. In this game, in LazyManMode, join the Discord, because there is an official Union requisition form. The Union requisition form allows you to, if you spend gold on items to help LazyManMode, request that that gold be refunded to you. And this account has about 100 million in coins. So, we can make sure that anyone that is helping out is able to be refunded. Because we are not about that life where we are asking you to sacrifice your own money. I only want you to sacrifice your own time. There is a claims form. You send in the claims form, we will make sure that you all get refunded. Some of you might be thinking, wow, that's really kind of over the top. Yes, it is. The Union have not only created themselves a uniform, they have created themselves a claim form for any kind of stuff that you help out with. Because this Union is nothing if not tax deductible. Josh, have you seen the contractual obligation? You know what? I've not. That's true. Anyone that's watching this stream right now, you should go and purchase some powdered gamer subs. You should drink gamer subs because it is tasty. You should use code Josh to get 10% off if you buy some gamer subs. The contractual obligation has been fulfilled. Right, more people are trading me. I can accept, I think it's 25 org bones. Good lord, okay. 1.1 million worth of org bones. We are about to blitz through some experience. Thank you very much. Use the org bones on the altar. They are 490 each. Ah, we're making progress. Good lord. That was one hell of a trade. We've now got 43 prayer. I'm going to keep going with org bones. We have finally unlocked protect from melee. That's going to make everything so much easier. Kind of cursed hearing that and then not hearing the souls gaining sound effect. I think I heard one pretty quiet too. It should be there. The soul sound effect should be there. What do you do with prayer? We have to remind Josh of his sponsor. Shut up, Froggo. You don't know that, but yes, you do. So this account is pretty much Union trained. We can now use the prayer Eagle Eye. I'm glad that's been what's holding me back. I don't think we need much more than 43 prayer. I mean, we might need like 70 at some point for some super high level quests. But ultimately this is Community Man, the mode. Broccoli is raiding with a party of 6. Welcome everyone from Broccoli's party. My name is Josh. We're playing LazyManMode on old school RuneScape, which is basically me doing as little as possible while waiting and attempting to have you guys carry me through the entire game, accepting any and all stuff you give me. Abusing my streamer privilege. Oh, oh my goodness, superior dragon bones. Okay. This is just going to be a prayer session for a while, isn't it? I mean, I'll accept it. That's a lot of dragon bones, superior dragon bones, the absolute bonage. God damn, you go to someone's house and just get absolutely boned. We are back in uni. I am accepting the trade, Auntie Nigel. I have clicked accept on the trade. You've got 18 Marantils left, says Rex. I can't. Auntie Nigel. It's okay if you don't wish to trade me 482,000 coins worth of bones. But I am trying to click accept. Go to the Wildy altar, Scaredy Cat. Nope, Union has decreed that we must do it this way. Streamer gets boned. You can't click accept. Let's click decline, see what happens. I've declined, let's try again. We'll give it another go. Oh, let's hope we've not glitched it somehow. He pranked you. No. They're all there. They're all there. Superior Dragon Bones. Maybe I'm just not allowed to have them. Waiting for other player. I've clicked accept. The Union form is as close as we will ever get to watch Josh play Eve. Maybe I need a crate. No. I have accepted. Other player declined. My goodness. We don't know. Nigel, no, Nigel's not the prankster. Let's see what Raven has got. I can get you another crate, please no. We've already gone through the crate saga. Dagonoth Bones. Dagonoth Bones will work. Thank you very much, Raven. That is very kind of you. If you are helping out, by the way, please make sure that you are in the guild chat, because then what I can do is I can add you as a friend to make sure we are keeping a list of everyone that is helping out. It's very kind of you. I'm using this list because I need to know who is helping. So when this character gets a quest cape, I can thank everyone correctly. 400k is too much for the man. It apparently is. It's just too much for me. Bro is taking free stuff instead of playing the game and getting his own stuff. Yeah, Mia, so it turns out that most streamers do Iron Man mode to prove how good they are at the game. When I realized that I'm a streamer, why am I doing that? Why am I putting effort into playing the game when I could just, you know, let people give me the stuff for free? So much easier. Why am I putting all of the effort into gathering all these things? People say, oh, I'm going to play the game and it's going to be really difficult. I'm going to show my mastery of it. Why? Why are you doing that? Is my end goal the quest cape? Yes, it is. Effectively, I'm going to try and get a quest cape. This is LazyManMode. I'm going to get a quest cape doing as little as possible. Quest cape means 1 Theatre of Blood entry run. We will give it a go. I am abusing streamer privilege and in doing so have created a union. GameWiz, thank you for... Thanks for the 24 crates. Appreciate it. Is this going to end up as a YouTube video or is he just chilling? Probably both. I'm going to decline that trade. I'm going to let you have those crates. Simply because I need the space in my inventory in order to get boned. Ooh, Frost Dragon Bones. That's a good selection of bones. I'll take that. Thank you very much. And then we will use the Frost Dragon Bones on the altar. Yep, we've still got the Harrowlander burning. I mean, that's just great. It's a plugin of theirs. They need to right-click accept. Okay. Good thing about LazyManMode and Theatre is I can just e-girl and get carried. That's my problem. I'm e-boying right now. I am 100%. The amount of GP being shredded in this house. This is just the most efficient way for me to train prayer. We're up to 47, by the way, and I'm still going. I'm just going to kind of carry on. I want to watch this on Twitch, but my ad blockers only work here. Any recommended Firefox extensions? No idea. Sorry. 100% unsure of how that would work. We've reached 47 prayer, by the way. That's all the chores finished, says my cat. Right, let me finish these Frost Dragon Bones off, and then we go back and we've done the quest. Downtime is union mandated. And there we go. Right, I believe now we should be able to return to... Is it Catherby? Although OS Louvre is trading. Well, we've got to do these bones now. Hang on. We've got some superior dragon bones. We've got to do it while we're here. while we're here, let's just finish off this last inventory of superior dragon bones. We've got both the burners going on. You require a prayer level of 70 to do that. I can't use these. They are going to go in the bank. Right. The boning has finished. I'm going to bank these bones for later. Let's just head back to Burthorpe. Could somebody teleport me to... I suppose Burthorpe would work. Is there a games necklace around here somewhere? Is there a mounted games necklace? Teleport menu, ornate jewelry box. There we go. Let's back to Burthorpe. We want the Amulet of Glory. No, we don't. We want games necklace, Burthorpe. Beautiful. Right, made it. Nigel, following you. Need to swing by the bank at some point as well. Nigel, I'm following you, but I'm trapped behind a wall. And now you've ran away. A myth, I'm following you. Beautiful. No more boning, running is allowed. Running, of course running is allowed. It's just me clicking a single button. It's lazy to run. Might be a good moment to come back after a while. If you own some, you can't be charged. Oh, cool. Okay, let's have a look. There's a lot of chat going on Twitch that I'm not keeping up with. What quest is up next? We will find out. Let's go with... Where are you? There you go. Unferth. Get your kitten or cat from the bank. Oh, right. Sorry, I thought the cat mask was the cat. I need to go to the bank. Han, can you walk me to the bank, please? Follow Han. Han, we require a bank. Not sure where the nearest bank is, but... I mean, we're only in Burthorpe, so there's probably one in... Is that... That's not Catherby over there, is it? It might be Catherby. No, it's not. That is the Druid place. The nearest... It might even be Falador. I'm not thinking about this. You guys get to work it out. Josh doesn't pay attention to us. We should form a Twitch chat union. How dare you? I will deal with one union and one union only. Any more? That's just too much. Way too much. This is the Druid village of... What's this called again? I forgot the name of the Druid village. Chat, we must unionize. If there is more than one union that I have to deal with, you two will have to deal with each other. I got all geared up for Wildy protecting, sad. Teleport to Falador. Yeah, I don't want to walk this... That's too far to walk. Now we're here. You did get geared up for Wildy protecting, which I very much appreciate. Darcy, I'm following you. Please walk me to the bank. I require a cat. I'm wearing a cat mask, by the way, for added uwu. I'm not going to union bust. You guys are going to have to deal with each other. There'll be a connected union that all deal with each other. That's what'll happen. Cat. Fury. Cat speak amulet? Okay, I think I've got everything. Cool. Cat. Already on. Right, now we go back to... Darcy has dropped something for me. Thank you for the weapon store key, Darcy. I appreciate that. I'm sorry that I wasn't carrying it with me. Now we get the games necklace to Burthorpe. Games necklace, Rob, Burthorpe. Let's go! Family Guy clips are indeed banned. Family Guy clips have been union mandated as no. I've got them ready to go just in case the union ever break up. The Family Guy clips are right there. They're ready, top right corner right now. See? They could be there, but while the union is still here, no. Hi, Unferth. Is there anything I can do for you? Now what? I don't feel so good. Oh dear, what's up? Nothing, I bet. Shh. I think I need the doctor. What doctor is that? Just a doctor? Please, hurry. I don't think I'll last much longer. Kitten's angry. We can't let Bob see him like this. I guess you're right. There is the apothecary in Varrock. Good idea. Right. Now we go to the apothecary in Varrock, I believe. Top of the evening to you. Top of the evening to you too as well, Alucard. Welcome. Unferth is, of course, a hypochondriac. So, we now need to go to Varrock. And yet, I do not have my teleport tablets on me. Someone's going to have to get me to Varrock somehow. We demand a second Josh to achieve a 24/7 stream. Maybe one day that will be achieved. Lord Tomatu, Games Neck Lace to Wintertote. Let's go then, Games Neck Lace to Wintertote camp. I'll pass you a tab there. Thank you, Rex. You guys are on it. Time for a Should I Play Ashes of Creation 2026 video. You could try. I don't think you'd get far. But you could try. Hopefully we will keep up with the YouTube streams going forward. We will. We absolutely will. I will stream on both YouTube and Twitch from now on. Rex, thank you for the trade. Varrock tab, that gets us to Varrock, and then we use the Games Necklace back to Berthorpe. Oh, it's all working. Right, Varrock teleport tab, let's go. And then Hanum. Oh, Myth wishes to trade. I'll accept the trade, Myth. Desert and desert. Are we going back to the desert at some point? I suppose it makes sense, just in case. Okay, cool. Thanks, Myth. I have equipped my desert robes, which has unequipped my desert robes. And Bree, I'm following you right now. It's for cosplay. Oh, I see. Okay. Please take me to the apothecary, Bree. Josh, when am I streaming again? I'm streaming right now, Liberty. Literally right now. Saturdays and Sundays. I stream Saturdays at 7 o'clock UK time and Sundays at 4 o'clock UK time. And if you can't quite remember those times, there is a handy-dandy rhyme that you can remember. The rhyme goes like this. Saturdays at 7, Sundays at 4. That's the rhyme. Just remember that, and you'll be absolutely fine. That's everything you need to know. I am the apothecary. I brew potions. Do you need anything specific? I need Tale of Two Cats. Hello, apothecary. Unferth has fallen ill. Could you go and see him, please? Oh, this is Potion Seller. That Unferth. Honestly, I have been to see him more times than my mother's hair has fallen out. I never did like that guy. I'm beginning to agree with you. What can I do with Unferth? I have a few suggestions. It's quite simple. Unferth is what we call a hypochondriac. This whole playstyle is hedonism bot behavior. You say that like it's a bad thing. He isn't ill, but he thinks he is. All you need to do is convince him you are a doctor or a nurse and give him a potion to make him better. How do I make Unferth believe I'm a doctor or a nurse? Easy. Make sure you're dressed in white robes and take one of these hats to wear. Do we want a nurse's hat or a doctor's hat? I believe this is a union decision. Are we going with a nurse's hat or a doctor's hat? You know what we want to see. I'll choose the nurse's hat. The apothecary has given you a nurse's hat. Then all you need to do is give him a vial of water. He'll take it, thinking it's a curative potion. Ha-ha! I always wanted to be a nurse. It's perfect. Don't worry, guys. Nurse LazyStrife is here. Very good. Very important. Now, importantly, Hanaram has some important messages for us. Unequip anything in your shield and weapon slot. Done. And now I assume we return to Berthorpe. Right, back to Berthorpe. Someone will need to give me a vial of water at some point as well. Myth, I'm following you. I will require a vial of water. At least I think I need a vial of water. Myth wishes to trade. A vial of water! It's perfect. That's everything we need. Bold, why do you only play old games? Because I'm old and don't want to face the future. Good day, Unferth. I'm Nurse LazyStrife. I'm so glad to see you, Nurse. I'm not a well man. What seems to be the problem? There's something wrong with his head. My back hurts. No problem. I think my arm is broken. We can. And there's my spleen. Your what? My liver has packed in. All you need to do is take this potion. You give Unferth the potion. Is that it? I'm much more ill than that. We could offer to bonk him on the head with a big hammer. Please, take this seriously. I demand treatment. Of course, sir. The potion I've given you is the latest technology. It cures all known illnesses and a few unknown ones. It's what we in our trade call a miracle cure. Wow. What can I say? I feel special. Do you feel better? I'm not sure. Wait, I feel something. I can feel the potion working. The pain's gone. I can walk on my leg. Nurse, I'm cured. That's great. Indeed, Bob should be back by now. Let's go and find him. Right. Where's Bob? Has Bob returned? That's it. Now we go off to Catherby again. Right. I will accept the trade. Then we'll go off to Catherby again. We are the mole slippers and the holy sandals. I've already got some holy molies. I appreciate this, but I've already got holy molies. Knowing that, Pink, do you still wish to give me these things? There we go. Don't need them again. We've already got them. So, now I will wait for a teleport to Camelot. But I appreciate the holy molies being given to me. And Zeep. Zeep, I'm going to follow you this time. Zeep, please run me to wherever Bob the cat is. Have you seen the amount of people coming into this chat being like, oh my god, I can't believe Ashes of Creation, Ashes of Scam has finally shut down. People love to hate. People really do. I can't imagine living in this constant state of hate. Like, I don't mind having expectations, but I think I've been alive long enough to just not expect too much. Right, where's Bob? Oh no. Has Bob... Oh, there he is. Talk to Bob. Hi, Bob. How's it going?
Wonderful. Neat and I have been all over Gillinor. We borrowed a magic carpet.
Where do we turn here? North, I think.
You think?
Yes, north. Slow down.
For what?
The camel.
What camel?
Are you sure this is a good idea?
Yes, the old king and I go way back. Hey, old king. How's things?
Same as always. Adventurers trying to kill me.
Could be worse.
I guess. One moment. See what I mean?
Mate, you need a new line of work.
I said left with the camel.
What camel?
You're too close to the pyramid.
Do you want to drive?
I think we're lost.
No, I know where I'm going.
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
No. I'm the king of Gillinor.
Phew. Well, that was quite the stuff. Now go and... Oh yeah, let's tell Unferth that Bob's okay. Unferth, where are you, mate? Bob's fine. Hi, Unferth. Hello. Bob came home today. I'm so happy. That's good news. Fat lot of use you were. He came home on his own. This guy is unbelievable. No, you're not wrong. Of course I'm not wrong.
I'll be going now. Before you go, I found the strangest thing. There was a package left under the bed. It's addressed to you.
You have completed A Tale of Two Cats. You are awarded quest points and a mystery present. Ooh. People in the chat are saying we need more RPGs that don't take themselves seriously. Yes, I get that as well. The MMORPG community has expectations that are never met. That's because you keep believing people who lie to you with what the games can be. Not you specifically, but the community in general. You have expectations that are never met because someone that absolutely cannot create those kind of games comes out the woodwork and says, I'm going to create the kind of game that absolutely cannot exist, and you won't believe how amazing it's going to be. And then people go, yes, that sounds fantastic. I can't wait for this to exist. And then it doesn't exist. And then people are like, oh, our expectations weren't met. Yes, because you were tricked. You were lied to about what could actually happen. We are Union, twirl on this tile. Well, I mean, you did say twirl on this tile. Maybe. I've done that. I'm now part of it. Let's open the mystery present. Inside the present was a mouse toy and 2 antique lamps. Interesting. What do we use the antique lamps on? A game you can play shouldn't be a high bar to clear. Absolutely. But these games suffer from feature creep. These games suffer from, I'm going to make this game, but it's going to have this, and 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 this. And I'm like, hang on, why don't you just create the game that exists and then add to it over time? MMORPGs are a digital third space. That's pretty much what it is. Slayer or agility? Let's go with agility, because it'll take absolutely... can't even... You must be level 30 for Slayer, so we use agility. And we'll do agility again. Because that's one of the slower to train skills. Agility is now 40! Lovely, and I don't think we've unlocked any new specific quests. But we can now do a new quest. We can go and do Tale of the Righteous. I can start this quest by talking to Phileas Rimmer in his house in Shizine. Winston, what's the trade? Wormling bones, burnt bones, striker worm bones, drake bones. Are these one of every type of bone? Well, Winston has now thoroughly boned me. Thank you very much. Let us do Tale of the Righteous. Combat level 20 is recommended, and it's a short quest. So we can equip some defensive stuff. And then how do we get to Tale of the Righteous? Don't know. It's a smorgasbord of bones. This is why I never drink on Josh's streams. What, because I say funny things and you would spit the drink out? I appreciate that. Hang on, there's a strange plant. I've not seen one of those in ages. Good lord. Player in house Zeric's talisman. Yeah, that can work. That could work. Cool, someone's got to get me there somehow. I'm doing less thinking. I just think the MMORPG community in general keeps... The community in general is so desperate for a new game that they will blindly believe anyone that promises them a new game, even if that promise is incredibly far-fetched and unlikely to ever actually come to fruition. Then they will form a cult-like defensive mentality against this promise, because what that promise has morphed into in their own mind is more of a lifestyle and less of an actual game that exists. Then as time goes on and it becomes more obvious that the promise isn't going to come to fruition, it is easier to simply defend that promise than it is to look in the mirror and admit that you've been tricked, because as we say, it is very easy to trick someone. It is very hard to convince them that they have been tricked, because part of that is self-reflection and admitting that you are fallible, that you are human, that you might make a mistake, that you can be tricked. It is embarrassing to admit that. It is annoying. There's a level of shame that comes with it. You don't want to do that, but it's important that you do that, because otherwise you never reflect, you never grow, you never learn, and that is what creates the community full of people who are so desperate for anything that they will give these charlatans so much time, so much faith, so much money, so much belief, because they want something. They want anything. and they get their expectations sky high, and they create this fantasy world in their own head where the thing they want exists, and then they start to defend that fantasy as if it is reality. And that's why you end up with these extremely insular, in-group, out-group, cult-like mentality ideas of, I'm going to defend the future that I want to exist. Because if I don't defend the future that I want to exist, I have to admit that I've been tricked by the fact that it could exist at all. It's okay to want a cool game. Just don't necessarily believe everyone when someone says that to you. The World of Warcraft killer is coming, as everyone says. Saying that a World of Warcraft killer is coming is like saying that the Beatles killer is coming in relation to Beatles the band. The guys that made music. Don't worry guys, soon there'll be a new band that releases that makes all of their previous music irrelevant. The band Queen, don't worry guys, soon there'll be a new band that comes out that makes all of Queen's music irrelevant. The film The Matrix, don't worry guys, The Matrix killer's coming at some point, there'll be a new thing that comes out that makes all of this irrelevant. No, there won't. There will be new things that are released, but you don't destroy the stuff from the past by making new stuff in the present or promising a new future. People still play EverQuest. World of Warcraft wasn't the EverQuest killer, it was a different experience that people that wanted World of Warcraft went to go and play. People that want EverQuest continue to play that. The idea that there is a WoW killer out there implies that if a new experience that isn't WoW releases, everyone enjoying WoW goes to it instead. People aren't playing WoW because they hate it. They're playing it because it's giving them the experience that they want. When a new thing releases, it's going to give that experience that it can do. One of the only reasons that WoW killers haven't happened yet is because they keep trying to give the same experience that WoW already gives. You have to give a new experience, a different experience, to find a new audience. Each update invalidates the previous achievements and content. Yeah, I completely understand that if we're talking about creation and content within the game itself, but have you ever thought that maybe that's what people who are still playing want? Because if they didn't want that enough, they would just stop playing it. You don't make an entire audience of people move from experience A to another version of experience A. You give access to experience B or C or D. You give access to different styles, different experiences, different games, and then you let the audience work out where they want to go to. What quest? We are doing Tale of the Righteous. We can talk to Phileas Rimmer at his house in Shizine. So that guy just there. Pretty much very close to where we are now. Pub north of these trees, there it is, Phileas Rimmer. Nowadays, the big players in the gaming industry copy stuff that's already there and then wonder why they fail. Yeah, exactly, but they copy stuff that makes money and works. You know what I think a lot of people need to realize, and MMORPG players and content creators need to realize this as well. When I went to Japan, I could not find a single bit of World of Warcraft stuff anywhere. No memorabilia, no toys, no adverts, no trading cards, very few players. And then you go to gaming conventions, whether it's the kind of Insomnia Con that used to exist, whether it's MCM, whether it's MegaCon, and not that many people play MMORPGs. MMORPGs are a very small niche within gaming as a whole, because they exist mostly on PC, sometimes on console, sometimes on mobile. But when people talk about the gaming industry, we have to very much accept the reality that the biggest part of the gaming industry, by a country mile, is mobile gacha gaming. It's huge. MMORPGs were not meant to be good games, they were meant to be good social hangouts. And unfortunately, when the social hangout area becomes more about enjoying the game instead of socially hanging out, you're forced to acknowledge that the game itself is not necessarily the best gameplay. The gaming industry, the biggest part of it is mobile games. Mobile games are absolutely huge. Mobile gacha gaming. And consider this, from a content creator point of view, consider this. MMO Byte transitioned from covering MMORPGs to covering mobile gacha games. And as far as a financial decision goes, that was an incredibly good decision to make. Think about this. Do the general MMORPG community want to spend money? Are they happy when there is a pay-to-win system in a game? Are they happy when the subscription cost goes up? Are they happy when there is both a box price to pay and a monthly subscription? Are they happy when you can pay to boost up? No, the general MMORPG community don't want to spend money. So you have an entire gaming genre that doesn't want to spend money. Now think about gacha. Now think about wherever my cat is, I've got to pick it up. Think about gacha. Think about mobile games. Think about all that stuff. Do the mobile gaming people, are they a bit more comfortable spending money? I would say they are. I would say that the gacha players, or the mobile game players that have microtransactions within them, I would say they are much more comfortable with spending money because it has been normalized within that society, within that culture, within that genre. So as a content creator, think about the value that I have. I have an entire audience of people who don't want to spend money. If I'd have just covered mobile gacha games, I would have an entire audience of people who are not only playing the largest style of game in the world, but they are also absolutely willing to spend money. From a marketing or an advertising point of view, that makes you a goddamn goldmine for advertisers. So I think one of the reasons that the MMORPG community is almost shooting itself in the foot so often is not because it won't spend money. That's absolutely fine. I agree with, finding the game that you like and paying a fair amount for it. You have a genre, you have a culture who demand the next biggest thing in the game, will believe any of the charlatans who promise they're going to give you that thing, will blindly trust them, will give money to projects that promise the world, but not projects that already exist, and then wonder why new projects aren't brought into existence. You ever thought about that? That's really weird. MMORPG players will throw thousands of pounds at games that don't exist in the promise of them existing at some point, and yet people aren't comfortable giving thousands of pounds to games that already exist that they can play. Why? It's because people aren't buying gaming. They're buying a dream. They're buying the idea. They're buying the potential of being in a culture when that culture starts. When people give money to these projects that don't exist because they're promising they're going to exist, the players aren't saying, I really like the idea of the gameplay. They're saying, I really like the idea of a community existing and I want to be in that community because right now I don't feel part of any of the other communities. That's what it is. People are buying their place in a potential friendship group in the future. They're buying a dream. They're buying potential. They're buying a fantasy in their own head because it's going to be everything they ever wanted. And then you wonder why these people giving hundreds or thousands of pounds to these projects are super upset and annoyed when they fail. It's because they never wanted it to be a game. They just wanted to feel part of something. That's what these people do. They're buying their spot in the community because if the community starts and they are there at the start, they get to be in at the ground floor. They get to be part of the foundation. They're buying future friendships. That's what they're doing. Anyway, now we're all suitably depressed about the reality of the MMORPG genre compared to every other video game genre, mobile gaming specifically, and the fact that the community are willing to believe charlatans because they are desperate for some kind of connection. Why don't we play RuneScape? Because that exists and we can all hang out together. Are we all sad now? Are we all a little bit sad? That's what I want from these streams. I want you to all be a little bit sad. The good stuff later, don't get me wrong. But right now, a little bit sad. You know what you should do if you're a little bit sad? Go and buy some gamer subs. That's what you get. Okay. Let's talk to these guys. Good day. Hello there. Not very often I get visitors. What brings you here? You need help with anything? Well, let me think. You know, there is something I wouldn't mind some help with. Great, what is it? When I was a boy, my grandfather would tell me the story of my ancestor, Magnus Rimmer. He was a great explorer who lived 1,000 years ago. One day, Magnus was approached by none other than King Shaizene VII himself. The king asked him to lead an expedition to Mount Quidmorton in the Kebus lowlands. Alas, according to records, the party never returned and were declared to have perished in the field. That's very interesting, but why are you telling me all this? A few days ago I received a parcel. There was no name on it. I never saw the person that delivered it. Inside, I found something truly fascinating. What was it? It was an old journal, along with a note. The note claims the journal was stolen from the Tower of Magic during the uprising against Xeric. That's not all. Apparently the journal was written by King Shaizene VII himself. Again, really great, but I don't see where I come into all of this. Well, most of the journal is illegible, but I've still managed to find a few readable extracts. Listen to this one. Quidmorton's creatures are compatible. The experimentation is proving successful, and we will soon be ready to mass produce. So? That extract had a date on the 37th decade of the expedition was declared a failure in the 36th decade. If the expedition truly was a failure, why was the king writing about Quidmorton years later? Well, maybe there was another explanation. Maybe. Or maybe someone wasn't telling the truth. Regardless, I must find out what happened. Can you help me? Start Tale of the Righteous. Yes. What do you need? We need to find out more about the expedition. The Library Historical Archive should have records on it. Talk to Archio in the Arceus Library. He can take you there. That doesn't sound too hard. Leave it with me. Don't worry. I will do everything by myself. Let's go. I worry about this union. I very much worry about them. But I'm glad you're happy. Like, I'm glad we're all getting to do some stuff. Myth, I'll accept a trade. What you giving me, Myth? Which RS game is good for a new player? Both of them. Ooh, rope, adamant, willow, arrows. That means there's going to be some combat. I don't have enough inventory space. Please, Myth, take me to a bank. Myth, lead the way. Follow. Let's go to a bank. I'm going to bank these bones. Got to put my bone inside a bank. Has he done one small favor yet? Not yet. We will get there. We will get there. When are we getting another Josh Strife Gains? As soon as I finish the next JoshStrifePlays and JoshStrifeHayes and JoshStrifeSays. We will get there. I might need an anti-poison. Okay. Let me grab an anti-poison then. Can we deposit everything? Let's deposit the milk, the nurse's hat, wear the Amulet of Fury. Let's get my armor sets out. Let's equip myself with some stuff. Beautiful. Probably don't need a cat speak amulet anymore, do I? Weapon storage key, obviously that stays. What about food? Shark. Gotcha. Cool. And Myth, I will now accept your trade or whatever you wish to trade. Matt K would be proud. I've spoken to Matt K. He's a nice guy. Why not LazyMan in-game while on the walking pad? Eventually. Shame your adventure in the world of point and click with Broken Sword 2. Do you think you would ever go to playing the Monkey Island games? I mean, yeah. I understand that people want me to play different games, but people often say, have you quit blah, 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 because you're doing something else? No. It's possible to do other stuff while waiting for those things. I will get back to point-and-click games at some point. We've got Broken Sword 3 and 4 and 5 to play. We've got the Monkey Island games to play. We've got Beneath a Steel Sky to play. There is so much stuff that I've still got left to play. Because I'm doing something else right now does not mean that I will not do something in the future. Have I quit RuneScape 3? Yes. Yeah, my lawyers have said that I can't play that anymore. What do I think about the Ashes of Creation drama? I think people need to stop giving their money to people who promise them a dream and start giving their money to people who have already created things worth it. Angry Cross, I'm following you now. If someone promises you a dream, maybe wake up before you give them any money. Right, where are we going? Tale of the Righteous. I need to speak to the RCS library guy. Is this another Gamer Subs moment? Oh my goodness. I do need to just drink some lovely caffeine at some point. It's okay, Josh. We've already had the 15-minute rant. It will go... What is my favourite Gamer Subs flavour? I do like most of them, to be honest, but I think normally I'm going with Goof Juice, which is Charlie's flavour. It's lovely. Right, run through this lizard man area and just don't die. Right, let's just run. Run through the lizard man. We're okay. Just book it. Just go. Just run. There we go. Totally fine. Maybe not. Maybe not this way. Maybe not into... Cross, where are we going? Right, I'm going to follow somebody else. We should have tallied. That's fine. Rex, I'm following you. I'm also poisoned, so Rex, you're on. Let's go, Rex. I think I'm following you. Han, I'm following you. Where are you? The Evil Dave, you've got this. Follow Evil Dave. Oh, no, they're gone too. Nigel, let's follow you. Let's just slowly get out of this area. There we go. Lovely stuff. Oh, no, now we're caught. Now I can follow Rex. Beautiful. How's my Sunday so far? I've explained my thoughts on Ashes of Creation about 5 times. It's going great. Nigel wishes to trade. I'll accept a trade, Nigel. What's going on? Is it an anti-poison? Because that would be super useful right now. Thank you very much. Have you ever seen me drinking Gamer Subs? Yes, of course you have. Right, let's go. That was a disaster. No, no. Don't worry. We're all fine. I do not know where to go. Okay, Rex, we're following you instead. Union, if you need to go and get yourself an anti-poison, do it. Sort yourself out. I'll be back soon, don't worry. How is Josh completely fine following called Evil Dave? Yeah, don't worry. Evil Dave knows what they're doing. People dying. That's a Union problem. I no longer have any responsibility for you. If the Union want poison cannot stop the Union. I mean, they can try. It can very much try. I mean, I've got an anti-poison on me. Who needs an anti-poison? I've got one. I don't want to give it away because it's mine now, but I'll trade it. Anyone got a stamina pot for me? Nope. Who needs a poison? Who needs an anti-poison? I will give it to you right now. I will support the Union. I have one, but I can't trade. There's a bank. I'm now outside. All of us. And like everyone needs one. Hey Josh, what do I think about Claire Obscure losing its Game of the Year? What did it lose it to? Or do I think it should lose Game of the Year because of reasons? This is going to get intense, isn't it? I'm not poisoned anymore. Rex, I'm fine now. Wasn't it rescinded for AI use? Oh, the generative AI in the process of creating it kind of thing. I am not a fan of AI, of generative AI in general. I understand that artificial intelligence is used in a hell of a lot of stuff in the creation process, but I think it's generative which is taking the work away from artists. Like, the YouTube recommended algorithm is a level of AI. What's the word I'm looking for? Spell check. is a level of that word is not correct, we think it's going to be this instead. There's a level of AI going on there. It's fine to have a level of systems that are automated to make things easier. I understand that. It's the generative nature that is taking it away. But I don't know if it is or has been rescinded. I still really enjoyed Clair Obscure Expedition 33. Archio here. Oh, this guy, cool. Union! Yep. Zeep Deed has a union and you're dressed as a clown. It's perfect. But I think, unfortunately, Unlash is correct in the YouTube chat, no, the stream chat. We have to accept that the world is going to move on, the world is going to change, new things are going to happen, and companies are going to put profits ahead of people as often as they possibly can. And this is going to mean that anything they can automate or outsource, they are going to automate, and they are going to outsource. Therefore, as soon as AI can do something as good or better than a human can, it is going to be a common business decision to do that. Does anyone watch on YouTube a series called... It's not How It's Made, it's on the Business Insider, and I think it's called So Expensive. It's a series about artisan crafts in various parts of the world and very skilled artisans making stuff. Watching people create something with their own hands. I love that kind of stuff. I think it's amazing. Unfortunately, there is a reason that that kind of stuff is slowly dying out. I don't agree with the reason, but the reason is businesses and companies realized they could automate the process and sell more things, even though they're lower quality. They can sell more things to more people, which increases profits, because businesses are profit-seeking ventures. I can be against the process of generative AI while also acknowledging that if we do not adapt and understand how to compete with it and live with it, that it is going to take a hell of a lot of human processes away. Can anyone disagree with that? Can anyone, I mean, it's that whole thing of, I don't necessarily like the answer, but going against the answer is just going against reality at this point. I don't like the idea of it. I can be against it while also wanting to understand it and work out how I can compete with it. You've got to move with the tech. It's the same people that absolutely hated the idea of mobile phones. I mean, my grandparents for a long time, like, we don't need a mobile phone. We've got the landline. Nobody needs a mobile phone. People hated typewriters when they came out. People hate any level of advancement in technology because it takes away from the artisanal quality of whatever came before it. I understand that. But it's the people that learn how to use the tools that are coming out that are going to be able to adapt with them and work out what their weaknesses are. People are going to be using it. You're going to need to understand how it works, why it works, what's good about it, what's bad about it. Knowledge is power. Knowing is half the battle. The other half is violence, but we need to know the first half for the violence to have any effect. Right, let's talk to this guy. He's wearing a mask, which means we need to canonically do his voice correctly.
Hello. Would you like to visit the library historical archives? We've recently opened the archives to visitors.
Tell me more about this archive.
The library historical archive stores our most ancient and precious texts. You can find out much more about Gregorian and our key historical events there. Would you like me to teleport you there now?
Yes, please. Well, we're here now, and Myth is here with me. Fantastic. I was hoping I'd have to do this on my own. Bane has entered the Runescape world. Do you feel in charge? So, I'm guessing now we're in the archive, we have to meet and talk to people. I have entered the library archive. I should ask around about the historical expedition. Talk to Pag. Where are you, Pag? There you go, Pag.
Hello there. What can I do for you?
I have a question about King Shizane VII.
What do you wish to know?
I'm trying to find out more about the expedition he ordered to Mount Quidder Morton.
I'm afraid I don't have any information about that expedition. It's only better off talking to one of the others. I could tell you about the King's work on the Tower of Magic, though.
Well, it's not like I have anything better to do. Fire away.
During the time of King Soldier the Seventh, the Tower of Magic was the seat of power in Corin. The king spent a lot of time in the tower, more than any other ruler. In fact, he oversaw the construction of various new sections, most notably the prison.
When was this?
Well, now that I think about it, it was around the same time as the expedition you were asking about. That said, I doubt the two are connected.
I see. Would it be possible to visit the prison?
Well, it hasn't abandoned. It has been for many years. So I suppose there's no harm in letting you sit. Be aware the magic in part of the tower is a bit unstable, so any items left in the prison will be lost. Would you like me to teleport you there now?
Do we want to teleport to the prison? Do we want to teleport to the prison? Yes. I'm going to go there now. That's some thick fabric. Well, the only other fabric thing I have on my desk is a tiny version of me. And I didn't think that stuffing my face into myself was going to be the best part. Because I do have my U2s. Do you want me to go?
Very well. Prepare yourself.
Is that what we want instead? Right. Also, I am preparing myself. Oh, God, it's an instance. Right, hang on. I've got to actually play the game now. You have a waistcoat. Oh, you cheeky chap. You nearly made me take my waistcoat off then to do the voice. I see what you were doing there. Oh, you were pulling out all the stops. That was quite clever. It was very clever. Right. This is just dungeoneering. Inspect magenta crystal. This crystal is magenta. It's imbued with a strange power. Right. Right. This crystal is pure white. It has been cleansed. What about the yellow crystal? It's imbued with a strange power. What about the cyan crystal? Imbued with a strange power. There's a bucket of blood over there. Right. Push the strange device west. Oh, okay. It sounds great. Let's do it. I'll see what happens. Pushing it west. Do I inspect the crystal now? Do I attack the strange device after I've pushed it west? Magically attack it from the north. Oh my God, this is going to be one of those complicated things, isn't it? Right. Magically attack from the north. That's interesting. Okay. So it cleanses the crystal across it. Attack with melee from the south. Oh my goodness gracious me. This is a complicated series of events. And now we push it all the way across, back to there. And then I see what's going on now. I see. Am I playing the game? No, not at all. I'm doing everything that Hanaran tells me to do in the chat. You guys can help me. We keep pushing. The amount of effort, it's overwhelming, isn't it? It really is. I assume I now attack with ranged from the south, which sends it through to there. Let's see if that's the correct thing to do. Yes! I'm so good at this game. And that has unlocked this. We can investigate the skeleton. You notice some writing carved into the floor beside the skeleton. Lizards on the mountain. Do not trust the king. The altar is a lie. I should tell Phileas about this. Well, I guess we're going to tell Phileas about all the dangerous stuff that's going on. Phileas, you're not going to believe what's happened. What exactly do they expect you to do without a guide? Just kind of mess around and get there. Note, not Pagidia. Phileas is who I need to talk to. Thank you very much, Hanaram. I did it all myself. Me and little me. It is kind of scary how accurate this is now getting. It's the same colour waistcoat and everything. Like, it's the same colour waistcoat, it's the same shirt, it's the same... If only I had a cup of tea. Hang on. Perfect. Let me just... Spot on. 100% spot on. After this quest, I will go and refresh my tea. Okay, here we go. Now we teleport out with Astoria. Where's Astoria? Teleport, Astoria. Cool. Done and done. Who's the real Josh? Who knows? And there you are, Han. Follow Han. Han, you have definitely been leading this union. I think the MMORPG, I think the people playing MMOs, because you have to understand, people forget this all the time. The vast majority of people who enjoy a thing only interact with the thing. They don't interact with the culture or the greater world around the thing. For example, most people that play FIFA or Call of Duty because they enjoy it are not posting on the FIFA or Call of Duty subreddit, they're not posting on forums, they're not getting super involved in the behind-the-scenes drama with the devs, they just turn up, do the thing, go away. The vast majority of people that play RuneScape are not also engaging with RuneScape beyond RuneScape. They're not always posting on the subreddit, they're not going on to Tippet, they're not going onto the forums, they just log in, play RuneScape, log off, that's it. The vast majority of people that enjoy a thing just enjoy the thing. Most people don't watch streams of the games they play, they just enjoy playing the games. So I think sometimes we forget that we are in the minority as effectively the hardcore players. If you are watching a stream of a game, you are much more invested in both that game and online culture than most people who just play the game for fun. So I think sometimes the MMORPG community forget that the people who are online complaining about the fact there are no MMORPGs are the people who aren't just enjoying playing whatever game they're playing. Because the amount of people who just log in and play the game they like, that's pretty high. The amount of people who go online and complain about the game that they're playing, that's lower. But the online negativity is not always 100% representative of the reality of what streams and cultures and content actually are. Right, let's talk to you. Good day.
Hello again. How is your quest going?
So, I went to the Library Historical Archive. I found out that King Shizen VII ordered the construction of a prison around the time when the expedition was taking place. I investigated the prison, and in one of the cells, I found a strange message.
What did it say?
Lizards on the mountain. Do not trust the king. The altar is a lie.
Lizards on the mountain. It was true. Someone did return from the expedition. Do you think it was Magnus?
It's impossible to say, I'm afraid.
That's a shame. I would have liked to have known what happened to him. That's one to dwell on later, though. For now, we need to work out the next steps.
The next steps?
Absolutely. We know for sure that someone returned from the expedition, but we don't really know why. We need to find out.
Why does it matter? This happened 1,000 years ago. Anyone involved is long dead now.
That doesn't matter, does it? This isn't just the chance to discover the truth about my ancestor. We may also have the chance to expose the treachery of a former king.
Okay, I see you feel strongly about this. What do you need me to do? And Sad Boy says, can you skip to the good part? Haha, that's the neat part. It's all bad.
If we're to find out what happened to that expedition, we're going to have to retrace its route. And by we, I mean you.
Yeah, I had a feeling that'd be the case.
First things first, you need to talk to Lord Shizen. He's ordered that any research work done on the mountain be approved by him first. You'll find him in the war tent in the Shizen encampment to the north.
I'll be on my way then. Right, Evil Dave 2. Can't follow you. Game Wiz can follow you. Off to capital S Shizen himself. Let's do it! Sorry, chat. I had to go and find some ibuprofen. Could you please repeat the last 10 minutes of chat so I can moderate it? Inju, that's fine. Everyone in the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat, Inju is one of the, I say, prime moderators here. Inju has been away for 10 minutes, so can we just do exactly what we did for the last 10 minutes? Someone remember what someone type a message from 10 minutes ago, and I'll respond to it in the way that I would have responded to it 10 minutes ago. And then, Inju, you can moderate correctly. You can add or remove things that you would have done. Is this man being Ubered around? Yes, this is LazyManMode. I'm doing as little as possible. What's the Ashes of Creation drama? Guy, listen. The problem with the MMORPG community is that people are giving money to people who are promising dreams as opposed to actually giving products. People aren't investing in MMORPGs because they necessarily want a good video game to go and play. They're doing it because they want a community they want to be a part of, and they want to be involved in that community at the ground level. I don't know if you've heard this, but Ashes of Creation has, incredibly, not been created and ironically burnt down. Lord Shizen, this guy looks serious. He looks very powerful. He's got a powerful beard. He's in charge. This dude's got a booming voice. Hello? What do you need, citizen? I'd like to perform some research on Mount Quidamorton, but I need your permission to do so. Quite right. Quidamorton is a dangerous place, and I don't want any of you ordering my troops into unnecessary rescue missions. So tell me about your research. Many years ago, there was an expedition to Quidamorton ordered by King Shizen VII. The expedition supposedly ended in failure. But I have reason to believe that wasn't the case. I think something was discovered on that expedition. I want to find out what it was. Fair enough. I will approve your research on one condition. What is it? If you discover anything, you will bring it to me first. King Shizen VII was my ancestor, and I want to be made aware of any discoveries that would present him in a bad light. But surely the library should be made aware of any important discoveries. They will be made aware, but only after I've reviewed the discoveries first. Okay, fair enough. Excellent. Consider your research approved. If you require assistance with your work, I'd recommend talking to historian Duffy on Quidamorton. He's been researching the mountain for a while. Good luck, citizen. Okay, brilliant. Now we can go and talk to the guy on the research. I like how this guy's got like a military planning board, and it's just, if we go around the big block, we get to the square. Nailed it. Why are there crates everywhere? Oh god, you can put crates on stuff. Everyone pass the big square and get to the little square. I'm taking a crate purely out of nostalgia. Okay, let's do this. Off to Mount Quidamorton. Mount Quidamorton. Butterflies, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a lovely day. Is anyone in the stream unaware of what LazyManMode is? Do I need to explain this to anyone? Because I will do. I will spend a lot of effort to do very little. Hand around, there you are. Okay, cool. What is LazyMan? You know how Iron Man is doing everything for yourself? LazyMan is the opposite. I am doing nothing for myself. I have got regular game mode on. I am being Ubered around absolutely everywhere by other people. I refuse to walk if I can help it. These people are helping me. I'm trying to get a quest cape, but I'm trying to not do anything. So, I'm being Ubered around, I'm being given every item I need, I'm being given all of the equipment and resources to level up every skill I possibly have. Enemies are being killed for me and I'm being given the drops. I am basically playing this as a streamer. We're going to the mountain. So, Mount Quidamorton. Everyone right now in the game is helping me get a quest cape. They have formed a union of people. They refer to themselves as the Union. The Union has a uniform and they are carrying banners. If the Union agree with what I am currently doing, they show the Gnome Child banner. If the Union do not agree with what I'm currently doing, they show the Shizen banner. No, sorry, the Loverkenge banner, that's the one. And I am being effectively traveled around to finish the game. What happened to the worst MMO ever upload schedule? That's a good question. So I realized that making a single video every week was first of all not allowing me enough time to play the game to really get a good grip of understanding what the game is, and it was absolutely destroying my entire social and family life because I was doing literally nothing else and spending months at a time in my own house. So instead, I'm trying to put a video out on the MMORPG channel every month. I'm also trying to put a Was It Good retro video game review channel out every month on the JoshStrifePlays Was It Good series, while also continuing to Twitch stream, while also, and this is so far proving quite difficult, actually leaving my house every now and again. Just every now and again, you know? Just once a week, just once every 2 weeks, walk around, see what's going on, playing a game for fun, you know, that kind of jazz. The question is, do you want a hell of a lot of content and a mentally burnt out streamer, or do you want a substantial, continuous, sustainable amount of content over the long term? I decided to go with sustainable over the long term. I also realized that if I was playing an MMORPG for 3 or 4 days and making a video on it, all I was doing was making every single person that played that MMO angry. The saying goes that you love my videos until I review a game you like. That's how it is. As soon as I play a game that you yourself like, suddenly I'm wrong in every way. If I play a game that you've never played, you can be sitting there going, oh my god, this game is terrible. Josh is just ripping this apart. He's roasting it. This game is awful. And then I play a game that you know and you're like, okay, Josh, you're wrong. You're wrong in every way. You don't understand the subtle brilliance, the nuance of my game. All those other games, yeah, they were crap. They were awful. They were terrible. But my game's different. Because I've invested time in it. And if you come along and rip it apart the same way that you rip apart games I haven't invested time in, I might have to accept the fact that maybe my time investment wasn't the best investment, or wasn't an investment at all, and was in fact entertainment. Right, here we go. Talk to Duffy. Hello, are you Duffy? That's me! Do you need something? Lord Shizen told me you might be able to help with some research I'm doing. I'm rather busy with my own research. Please, it's important. Well, what is it? I'm trying to retrace the steps of an expedition ordered by King Shizen VII. I believe something important was found on that expedition, but I don't know what. Interesting. So you don't know anything about what they found? I have a quote, which I believe is from someone on the expedition. Lizards on the mountain. Do not trust the king. The altar is a lie. Fascinating. We've been researching the lizard creatures here for a while now. We have reason to believe they are not of natural origin, and may in fact have been created by Xeric, or his followers. But this quote of yours suggests the lizardmen may have existed during the time of King Shizen VII, before Xeric's rule. So will you help me? Yes, this is definitely worth pursuing. In fact, I think I know where we should begin. Where? We recently found a small crevice on the western face of the mountain. It seems to be man-made, and appears to be older than the rest of the caves around here. Alright, I'll start there. So, Rex, please take me to your crevice. The crevice on the mount.
Don't judge Josh. Sometimes he speaks without thinking. It's sad. Other times he clip farms, which is, in its own way, also sad.
Thanks, small me. Okay, let's go. Rex, I'm with you. Let's do this. Let's go to wherever we're going. Into the crevasse. I'm over here, don't you worry. Playing with the little Josh again. Streamer privilege. You're allowed to. Josh, you're perfectly whelming right now, thank you. You're welcome. That's all I ever wanted to be. Totally 100% whelming. Union cave diving! Cave diving time, let's go. You attach a rope to the crevasse, and then you push it in. And, oh god, it's an instance. Right. Well. I guess there's a crystal there. Can I mine the boulder? Mine the boulder. We've mined. The boulder has been mined. There's a tiny lizard down there as well. You guys can type in the Union chat, by the way. That's totally allowed. Zeep, I've seen you around the place. You can be out as a friend. I'm assuming we just carry on and then mine the other boulder. We push the boulder. Let's see. Right, the boulder has been pushed. We can't pull that boulder. Is it different from Iron Man mode? Yes, Iron Man mode is being independent. This is being very dependent. Ooh, that's quite creepy. Look at this. Oh, cutscenes. Oh no. Corrupt lizard man. Quick. Pray protect from melee while we fight the corrupt... Not melee, magical melee. Magic. While we fight the corrupt lizard man. Don't make me prayer flick, because I will if I need to. I'll prayer flick and actually, be successful with it instead. Prayer flicking, by the way, is turning the prayer on only for the moment the calculation of damage is actually done, and then turning it off after the calculation of damage is done, but hopefully you're leaving it on for less time so you don't drain prayer points. Xerxian fabric. Okay, I'll take all of that. Pass the magic gate. Did someone just say that was a boss fight? That's not a boss fight. I mean, this might be a boss fight. This is quite cool. What's going on in here? Corrupt lizard man. It's a politician. Inspect the chair. Inspect... Do you mean the unstable altar, I assume? As you approach the altar, you hear a strange voice. Ricard! Turn away! Don't do this! Hello? Is anyone there? I wonder what that was about. Oh well. I may as well go and tell Historian Duffy what I found. Excellent. What is an altar but a square chair? Well, I mean, yeah. Cool. That was a great fight. Let's go back out. Josh, you should help out by healing the players who are helping you out. That's work. That's the opposite of what LazyMan is all about. I don't want to do that. Altar, chair, same thing. Ultimately the same thing. What happened to AOC? I haven't heard. I'm starting to understand why there is a 24-hour news cycle on TV. Because outrage sells, anger keeps people watching, and you can't expect people to all be ready at the same time. So instead of finding lots of stuff that's going on, especially interesting things, just find out the most 1 hour of annoying, outrageous, anger-inducing news, and then loop it forever. God, I should just become a news political streamer, shouldn't I? I should just sit there watching the anger news and giving you my opinion on it as a British person. That should happen. Trust me, as soon as I get super bored with MMORPGs, we are becoming a reaction streamer. It's on the list. I'm going to start the grift, don't you worry. The grift will happen. Han, I'm following you. What's the Union's stance on Ashes of Creation? That's a good point. No politics, please. You say that. How many subs for reaction streamer? Lots. I've explained before why putting videos up of reaction streams is incredibly lucrative for streamers to do. I mean, think about this. People have asked me, people have said, why do people get annoyed at reaction streamers? I mean, as much as everyone likes Moist Critical and Charlie, as much as everyone likes the guy, people say, why do you get annoyed at the content he does? Let me explain in a very simple way. Creating something from nothing is a difficult thing to do. Creating content on YouTube requires the content creator to go through a process, such as researching what they want a video to be on, collecting the footage the video is going to be on, writing the script, recording the audio for the script, editing the video together, and putting it out. I totally understand that. It takes a while to do. if you work hard and if you want to make something quality, you can probably create a 30-minute to 1-hour video in about an hour, about a week, okay? A 30-minute to 1-hour video can take about a week to produce. This means within 1 week, a good, competent, high-level, decent content creator could potentially put out 1 hour of good content a week. That is a decent kind of speed, a consistency to do. 1 week creates roughly 1 hour of really good, well-researched, well-edited, evergreen content. That's the limit. Some people can do it in 3 to 4 days. Some people can do it in 4 to 5 days. What if I were to tell you that you could create a week's worth of content in a week? By instead, you're not researching, you're not scripting, you're not recording the audio, you're not editing the video. You're instead sitting there, watching the video, pausing it, giving your opinions, replaying it, pausing it, giving your opinions, replaying it, pausing it, giving your opinions, replaying it, and at the end, you chop all of that and upload that. And then you do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again. You will be putting out a volume of content that is physically impossible for a person creating it from scratch to create. That's what it is. You are effectively putting out more content than you could ever make on your own. And what this also does is YouTube, if you do upload this to YouTube now has, and this is what kind of sold me on the idea of it always kind of being somewhat negative, YouTube now has 2 versions of a video. It has the original created version, and it has the reacted to version. Now consider this. YouTube cares about retention time, and it also cares about the limited amount of spots of promoted videos that it actually has. So is it going to put out the original video, or is it going to put out a longer version of the original video? Because YouTube benefits if it puts out longer versions of the original video. So I could pretty much just sit down and watch 10, 20, 30 content creators' videos, stick them all up on a YouTube channel saying, you know, JoshStrifeHayes reacts to, JoshStrifeHayes watches this, Josh gives his opinion on this, and then suddenly I have created more content than I could ever have actually made myself, and I've also not created that. That's what irritates me. And of course, people come along and go, yeah, well, you know, people have introduced people to other people's content by doing this. People have discovered new content creators through reactions. It's not all 100% negative. You can't do that. You can't say, oh, it's just 100% negative, because that discounts the idea of something being completely bad, completely good. There are shades of grey going on with this. Ever been tempted to do it? Yeah. Major, imagine this. Imagine that whatever you do as a job, someone comes along and says to you, hey, I've got an idea. You're going to do your job, and then someone else is going to come along and comment to your boss on how you're doing your job. And that person is going to get paid 5 times more than you, 10 times more than you, 20 times more than you. How would you feel about that? Imagine that you wrote a report. You work in an office and you write a report, and you give the report in. And then someone else comes along, grabs that report, reads it, gives their opinion on it, and then they make way more money off that report than you do. Eventually, you're going to be sat back thinking, why am I writing reports? Why am I putting the effort and time into creating this? And the irritating thing about that, you mean like an actual job? Oh, Sanrax, got me. This is not an actual job at all, is it? Sanrax, is that implying that what I'm doing right now has no value to society? Because I completely agree. I 100% absolutely completely agree. Society needs entertainment. Of course it does. Society needs the idea of the art and the artist. And what I'm doing, it's not really relevant in the grand scheme of things. I'm not saving someone's life. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an engineer. It's not that important. I could stop doing what I'm doing now and pretty much, you know, nothing would ever really change in the world. But entertainment can have a benefit to society. Entertainment can be important when people want a bit of downtime. Entertainment can be important if people want a bit of distraction from what's going on with the rest of the world. It's always interested me when people say, oh my god, YouTuber, Twitch streamer complaining, go and get a real job. I understand that the value that Twitch streamers and YouTubers provide to society is not exactly as overt as a doctor, as a fireman, as a nurse, as an engineer, as someone who is creating something substantial and building up the future of the world. Entertainment has a value, but absolutely it's nowhere near as high as the value of creating and building a stable society. It does sometimes get to me when you can't complain about anything, because then people instantly jump onto the idea of, why are you complaining? Go and get a real job. I mean, I want to be able to complain about some stuff, but at the same time, I don't want to feel like I'm ungrateful or being ungrateful for what I've got and what I do. So yeah, to go back to the idea of, should I be a reaction streamer? When I'm sat there starting to write a new script, I think about this. I could download an old video game, play it, record my thoughts, turn those thoughts into a script, edit all the footage I've collected into a video, upload the video, and risk 2-3 weeks, a month of my time not making much money. I could risk that happening. That is the risk. The reward that you get if you take the risk is video does really well, generates ad revenue, sponsors are happy with it, people like what you put out. The risk is you're spending a lot of time creating something. The reward is you get recognition for creating the thing. What if you could remove all of the risk? It's not about the money, it's about the heart. Vivi, that's a lovely thing to say when you've got loads of money. People always go, oh, don't do it for the money, do it for the art. Unfortunately, my bank doesn't take art for the mortgage. Unfortunately, the gas and the electric company aren't really a fan of heart. They kind of want other stuff to happen. When people go, hey, you should come to this convention that's down in London, you should pay for a train ticket. It's like a 200 quid train ticket to go down. The bank only accepts bones with that one. It's very nice and it's very flowery and it's very beautiful and it's very artistic to say, do it for the art. And I get that to a degree. The starving artist has been deified within the artistic community. This vision of the starving artist, this vision of the struggling artist, going against all conventions, struggling against life and pouring their heart and their passion and their soul out onto whether it be a canvas or whether it be film, whether it be a page. They're creating something. Absolutely love that idea. It's a lovely, beautiful vision. But when you're actually sat there creating something and someone else comes along and goes, you know, you could just comment on stuff that already exists and make 10 times as much money with zero risk. Partly you start to think, well, why am I not doing that? Why not? So when people say, are you often considering the route of the reaction streamer? The answer is, well, yeah, of course I am. Why would I not do that? Why, when presented with an opportunity to effectively just comment on what already exists, remove the risk from myself, but still have an income, would you be a fool for not doing that? By all means, become a React streamer, just don't join the grift. To what point is reacting just grifting in itself? So what keeps me from actually doing it? I don't necessarily think it has much value. And there is that kind of dichotomy that's arguing inside myself of, forget your value, you have a family to support. You need to help out your mum, help out your dad, make sure that you've got enough money in the bank to survive if this doesn't work out. And yeah, but I like creating art that I think has value to it. It's one of those things where, why not react to your own videos instead? I did. I tried that. And unfortunately, reacting to my own videos also means that I need to have at some point created the video when the point of doing the reaction stuff is removing any of the risk or the effort. Grifting is when you chase the popular topics. Yeah, but you can react to this campfire. Chat, there is a fox on the campfire. Is it cooked? Because that would be a good question. So yeah, what do you guys think about that? Because here's another thing. The vast majority of people do not care. The normal, everyday, average person does not have any opinion on reaction streamers at all because they don't care. Have you ever met someone outside in the real world who actually cares a hell of a lot about MMORPG genre? I guarantee you walk into a shopping centre right now, you walk into a packed area anywhere, and you ask people what they think about the Ashes of Creation drama, very few people will know what you're on about at all. It is niche within a niche within a niche. Reaction streaming is boring and unoriginal. Yeah, it absolutely is. So's Love Island. Makes a shit ton of money. And at some point, you need to say, how much do you need to make in order to stop doing original content and start just doing? You just alienated us all. Do you mean when I say go outside? You rarely meet anyone who cares about anything beyond themselves. Very true. It's fast food content. Absolutely, 100%. Glad to finally catch a TED Talk by Josh live. I might even do a TED Talk one day. If I did a TED Talk, what should I do it on? So when Gamba streams on Kick, as soon as they offer enough money. And anyone that says anything different to you is just straight up lying. I will not lie to you. You might not like the truth. Here's something that I really dislike. And oh my God, the negativity is flowing today. I'm in the vibe. I'm going. This is great. And you know what's annoying? The view count's going up. Stop it. Someone on Twitter. I won't call it X. Someone on Twitter said to me, because I posted some negative stuff on Twitter. I normally post screenshots of stupid YouTube comments. And someone commented saying, Josh, why do you only post negativity? And I responded saying, because negativity gets far more engagement than positivity and Twitter is just marketing. You need to understand, guys, social media is only social if you're talking to people you know. If you're talking to people you don't know, it is parasocial media. You do not have a personal connection with these people. You can have a business connection, you can have a private conversation, but you do not have a personal connection with these people. It isn't the way it works. It is parasocial, not social. So when someone said to me, Josh, why do you post negative stuff? I said, because Twitter gets far more engagement, roughly 50 times the engagement on negativity and anger than it does on positivity or support. And because Twitter and Instagram are pretty much just marketing tools for any kind of content creator, number go up is the most important thing on those sites. I'm not posting to connect personally with people. I'm not posting to foster the parasocial relationship. I'm posting in order to get people to react. The number can goes up. So when marketing agencies come to me and say, hey, we want to sponsor you for something, I can say, well, you have to pay me more because I have these high numbers on social media. And I am inflating those high numbers by posting negativity and incendiary kind of content. It is a business decision. How is that different to reaction content? It isn't really, and that is where the personal internal struggle comes from. So then people say to me, oh, Josh, I can't believe you're just being negative on social media. Someone said to me, and this was what triggered this whole conversation, someone said to me, I can't believe you're being dishonest. And I said to you, no, the opposite's true. What you can't believe is that I'm being honest and I'm not saying the thing that you want to hear. If I was being dishonest, I would lie to you about why I'm doing it. But I'm not being dishonest about why I'm doing it. I'm being straight up direct about why I'm doing it. I'm giving you everything about exactly why I'm doing it. I'm telling you what's going on. But you don't want to hear that because people would prefer a beautiful lie over an ugly truth. That's exactly what that is. So if you want me to be honest with you about stuff, you have to be willing to hear something that you're not necessarily going to like. Being honest gets you respect, but not friends, potentially. So why do you do it? It's all about money, isn't it? Is it just business? I've always wanted to be a performer because I enjoy entertaining people. I want to entertain you. But in order to have a stable entertainment business or a stable entertainment lifestyle, earning money is, of course, important. The union requests arson. I will light the willow logs. I don't have a tinderbox on me. Would you rather someone that lies to you but tells you what you want to hear, or someone that tells you the truth? What would you want? Would I delete my channel to save the life of a stranger? I mean, if I don't know them, I'm not sure. If someone came up to me today and said, you could save one human life by deleting your entire YouTube channel, first of all, I'd say, why are you putting me in this weird hypothetical situation? I'm going to need more information from you, Mr. Genie, to prove that you are there. But then the answer would probably be, this is a really weird situation. You love the negativity. I know you do. That's the point. That's the point. It's the trolley problem. I mean, probably not. Assuming it was a good person. I don't know. They're a stranger. Right, let's continue doing whatever we were doing, which is talking to historian Duffy. Low-key good idea for a movie. Think it already exists. There's one about the pressing the red button and you get like £1,000 or £1 million, but also you get that, did Josh wake up on the wrong side of the bed? No, Ghost Ship, I'm just telling you about what's going on in my life in general, because people always ask. You ever noticed how people say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? What's up with you? How's life? How you feeling? And what they want you to say is, yeah, I'm good, mate. And as soon as you turn around and go, actually, there's quite a lot of stuff going on under the surface. I'm going to tell you about that. And as soon as you tell them, they go, hoo, I didn't expect that. I didn't sign up for this. I wanted you to just say everything's fine and then move on. What I didn't want to say was, hey, what's up with you? I didn't actually give a shit what's up with you. It was just a greeting. This is a greeting. Right. Have I spoken to him? Let's check back in the crevasse. I should enter the cave. I should tell Duffy about this. Let's tell Duffy about this. Yeah, I wanted the pleasantries, not the reality. That's what people want. People want the pleasantries. People don't want the reality. Can we agree to just say hi? Yes. Yes, we can. Incog says, bit condescending. How so? How so, Incog? Is it a bit condescending? I'm happy to chat to you. But how do you think I'm condescending towards someone? Surely condescending would be assuming that you guys aren't capable of dealing with that and so not even approaching it. Surely condescending will basically be saying, you know what, actually, I don't think you guys are intelligent enough to understand the nuances of what this is, so I'm not going to have that discussion. Whereas, no, I don't think that at all. I think you guys are remarkably intelligent. Some of you are very wise. You've experienced a lot of stuff, and you can understand, and you can process the idea that there are complexities within a job that either people don't have or a situation that people are going to look at negatively. Of course. And a condescending is a criminal going down some stairs. We all know that. But yeah, ultimately people prefer the beautiful lie. You ask me how I'm doing, I'll tell you how I'm doing. If you're doing as a pleasantry, don't ask. Yeah, pretty much. I do think you're remarkably intelligent, to be fair. You are bigly smart. You all are bigly smart. So do I see negativity as a tool? In marketing, absolutely. In marketing, negativity is 100% a tool. To say that it isn't would be to be ignorant of how marketing works. Sharing and wanting people to see things, we have proven that negative things get shared more than positive things. Yes. Negative things. There's an old video by CGP Grey called "This Video Will Make You Angry." It gets shared around a lot because it explains that anger, negativity, rage, hate, all that stuff is shared way more than anything that is not negative or stuff like that. So if you want something to go viral, it is much easier to do it through tapping into the negative emotion than it is through the positive emotion. And of course I do it. Why do you think my series is called Worst MMO Ever, not Best MMO Ever? Because calling it worst means people want to watch it. It is a more Googled term. People care about the worst episode of TV. They care about the worst of a thing much more than they care about the best of a thing. People watch videos about negativity way more than anything about positivity. Hearing you talk like this, I would love to listen to you talk about politics and hear your takes. I spoke about politics a few days ago. I went extremely local. I have a problem with the fact that the local council aren't fixing the roads near me. It's very annoying. Yeah, the entire series is prefaced as, is this the worst? I want to play the best MMORPG. Well, you can Google that. Good news, what's the old phrase? Good news travels slowly, bad news travels fast. A lie has got halfway around the world before the truth has got its boots on. Is most of your audience not British? No, a very small minority is. Most of them are American. Have you thought about making a video about WoW, housing, or its creations? Nope, because I don't know enough about it. There will definitely be a GTA 6 as a flop, vids negativity farming. Yeah, there will. And you know what? If your job is to make money off Grand Theft Auto 6 videos and you don't make a video about how it sucks, you are leaving money on the table. Absolutely. Statistically, the best MMORPG is, as far as numbers go, World of Warcraft. As far as growth goes, RuneScape. It's weird, isn't it, that I made a London fog. Hell yeah, London fogs are lovely. That's a special type of tea with Earl Grey, isn't it? This is interesting. Sounds like I should make an M-rated negative game over an E-rated fun for all. Yeah. One of the best things that can happen to a book is it gets banned. You want people to read? Ban something. Anyway, now we all understand how negativity goes and grows. Let's continue with the quest. Hello again. Hello! Did you find anything in that cave? I did. There was a weird-looking lizard man along with a strange altar. A lizard man? Is it safe? Hi, Josh. I've seen some of your content and I like it. How dare you come in here with that positive attitude? Head back outside the classroom and come back in here with a more negative attitude. That's what we're about in this stream. Don't worry. I took care of it. Well, in that case, we can go and take a look. All right, let's go back. So, Han, please walk me back to the place. Don't disrupt our negative energy. It's anger, isn't it? Thank you, Zin. First thing is said, I hate you. Good. Hold on to that. I might just start doing a reaction channel and see what happens. And then when people are like, oh, I can't believe you've done it, I'll say, well, let's just see how it goes. Would it be a Josh Strife Reacts channel? It would need to be a Josh Strife Reacts channel, wouldn't it? Why aren't I walking on my treadmill? Too lazy. Way too lazy. We are making some serious progress, though, in this LazyManMode day. Satire React channels would be gold. That'd be quite funny. As soon as the video I'm watching starts, the video would be like, hello, and I pause it. I'm like, right, what he's done here is greet the audience. This is a phenomenally powerful way to start a video because it makes the viewer feel a parasocial connection to the person who is making the video. They're not just talking to anyone in general, they're talking to you specifically. There's already that connection. This guy's good. And then just let one or two words play at a time and then just really critique every single one of them. I find it interesting how many channels start from React channels before moving out to other content. React channel ultimately is one of the best ways to create a load of content without taking the risk of creating content. Historian Duffy. This cave is quite fascinating. We could really be onto something big here. What have you discovered? We've never come across lizards like the ones in the cave before. It would appear they are a previously undiscovered species. Interesting. That's nothing. The really interesting part is that these lizards appear to be directly related to the lizard men that roam this region. So this is where the lizard men came from. Would appear so. That's not all, though. This cave definitely predates Xeric, who we originally believed to be the creator of the lizard men. So who did create them? Impossible to say for sure. Is React content the reality TV of internet content? Pretty much. It's the lowest effort, highest output. If you want to create a TV show, you want to say, what is the lowest amount of stuff that I can invest while potentially getting the highest potential outcome? And that's probably going to be a reality TV show with a load of people who aren't actors, and then you just follow them around with cameras. But if King Shaizen did create the lizard men, why did they fight for Xeric? There are some who believe that King Shaizen VII and Xeric were one and the same. They claim that after his death, the king was resurrected by his followers, taking on the name Xeric. Anyway, I'm going to carry on with my research. I'd recommend you talk to Nossi. She's made some interesting discoveries of her own. Hello, Nossi. Hello. Duffy said you'd found something interesting.
The Dark Altar was the key to Zarek's power. Because of it, he was able to rule Corin unopposed for nearly 100 years. His reign was so dark it became known as the Age of Strife. Once he was finally defeated, Zarek came to Quidamorton and built the Chambers of Zarek deep below the mountain. For many years we tried to work out how he managed to survive here. Without the power of the Dark Altar. Thanks to this cave, I think we found the answer.
Well, what is it?
This altar. It seems to give us the same power as the Dark Altar.
So this altar was how Zarek kept his power after he was defeated?
I believe so.
But why is it here?
It appears to be man-made. I believe this altar was created to amplify the power of the Dark Altar.
Quit speaking through a puppet.
No, because the character in the game is wearing a mask. And this is my representation of the mask, the Music Freak 101. I believe this altar was created to amplify the power of the Dark Altar, allowing it to research areas it previously couldn't. This discovery does bring about an intriguing question, though.
What is it?
The altar here is giving out power. That means Zarek could have potentially used it to live for hundreds of years after his defeat. It's long been believed that Zarek eventually died here. But what if he didn't?
I'm sick and I'm not sure if this stream is a fever dream or not. Timora's blessings. Wake up. This isn't real, Timora's blessings. It's time to wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Can you imagine if they were like really sick and they were like, oh my god, it's happening again. Okay, that's a worrying thought.
Dude, I'm going to stay here and continue working. Do you mind heading to the library to let them know what we've discovered?
Actually, Lord Shizan asked me to go to him first with any discoveries.
I can see why he would take an interest. Very well. Let him know what we found.
Will do. See you later. Well, let's do this. The Age of Strife. God, what a terrible place in general. Some people really join this stream to be like, I don't like the stream. Well, you are going to be fascinated when you realize how many there are. There are so many others. You could join those instead. What's up, Liberty Dino? Hang on, let me scroll back up. Josh, you did a reaction to Asmongold reacting to you. Yeah, I thought I'd just start mining it. Oh good, the banana's here. Is this a new thing that the Union are doing? Banana stew. I leave the Union alone for 5 minutes. Right. Ha. I'm following you. Union-approved fruit. We are now the Banana Union. I hate this. I hate everything about this. Why does that Josh plush have cornrows? That's a good question. It doesn't when you look at it that way. See? It's just swept over hair like the front of my actual hair. We're going back to Shizan, are we? Right, back to Shizan East or Shizan West? Shizan East. I can do that. The Union is becoming the main focus of this channel. Myth, I'm following you. Let's go. Game Wiz, you've been around for a while now. But does the plushie look like a Henry Cavill plushie? No, I've explained before. It's a Pokemon evolution system. I evolve into Ben Starr. Ben Starr evolves into Henry Cavill. Let's go talk to the Shizan guy. I'm gonna be real, I zoned out while eating my cheese and lost track of where we are. Merlin, that's fine. That's actually the right energy for this stream. This stream is not the kind of stream that requires you to zone in or focus. Who's Ben Starr? Google him. He's a lovely guy. Now, this guy's not going to like the fact we found out that his dad might be Zarek. Hello. How is your research going, citizen? We've made some important discoveries. Well? We discovered a small cave on the western face of Quidamorton. It's man-made.
and predates the time of Xeric. Inside, we found an altar. It seems to be giving off the same power as the Dark Altar. We also discovered a unique lizard species, one that shares many similarities with the lizardmen.
What does this mean?
It seems that this cave was the origin of the lizardmen. The fact that it predates Xeric suggests the lizardmen do as well.
You believe they were the creation of my ancestors?
Hard to say for sure. It would make sense, though.
How so?
From the evidence we have, I believe that King Shizen VII ordered an expedition to Quidder Morton, hoping to discover a suitable species for his lizardman project. Once the expedition found one, he had them killed to keep the discovery a secret.
But we don't have proof.
Not definite. There's a lot of evidence.
So you claim. However, you never actually told me where the evidence came from.
It started with a parcel, delivered to Phileas Remor. It contained a journal written by King Shizen VII himself. The journal mentioned creatures on Quidder Morton.
A parcel? King Shizen VII journal was delivered in a parcel? Who sent it?
I don't know.
Well, you need to find out. Go to Phileas Remor and retrieve this parcel. I need to see it for myself.
So much working. Fine, I'll go see Phileas. Right, down to Phileas. Why is the official union fruit a banana? I will explain. First of all, Zeep, I'm following you. Please return me to Phileas. I will explain why the official union fruit is a banana. I have never eaten a banana. I know. I know it's hard to understand and hard to believe, but allow me to explain. Zeep, we're going the wrong way, my friend. You've eaten banana-based food? Nope. Myth, I'll follow you instead. No, we believe in Zeep. Zeep can do this. Maybe. Zeep, you've lost me. I'm stuck in a thing. Darcy, it's back to you. Listen. When I was younger, I never ate a banana. Through no malicious means. It just never happened. And then when I was about 23, 24, I realized if I ever get famous, I can include in my autobiography the line, Josh has never eaten a banana. But now, if I were to eat a banana, I would not be able to include that line, thus robbing myself of an element of my book. So, when I realized that I had never eaten a banana and it would be an interesting footnote in an autobiography, I then resolved to never eat a banana ever. And I have kept that resolve for 35 years of my life. And I'm going to continue to keep it. What about the foamy banana sweets? I don't like them. I had like a few as a kid, but they don't have banana in them, and they don't taste like real banana, I've been told anyway. So I'm now committed to just never eating a banana. I thought you were 40. Nope, younger than that. So, yeah, now I've just never eaten a banana. Am I not curious about how banana tastes? No. I mean, I've smelt banana milkshake. Smells fine. I've got nothing against them. They probably are fine. Oh, no. Okay, so we've just got into this guy's house and it's been ransacked. Broken. Oh, no, the guy's house has been destroyed. That is a nice bed. Just saying. Ivory table? Good lord. Okay. There's nothing up here. Maybe we should let Lord shut... Oh, what's in the door? Anything out here? No. Let's go and let Lord Shizen know that the Rimmer... Why are there bananas everywhere? Right, Evil Dave. There you are. Evil Dave, could you please walk me back to Lord Shizen?
Stop putting bananas everywhere. What would you do in the case of a surprise banana force feeding happening? I do often wake up in a cold sweat worrying about that exact scenario. What would I do if someone broke into my house and force fed me a banana? And I don't think you ever truly know what you would do until... Thank you for shouting Union, Zeep Blossom. I don't think you ever truly know what you would do. But I think it would start off, I would cry immediately. How much money would you have to be paid to eat a banana? I think I would do it for £3. That's what I mean. I'm not expensive. My brain just went 1 million. Now it's too much. 100,000. Now someone wouldn't pay that. 10,000. You're probably still out the ballpark there. 100 quid. Someone would probably pay that. Where can we... On stream, I think 10,000 would be enough for me to remove it from my autobiography. That's about the price of a sub. Yeah, £3 feels a bit too low. 1 million's a bit too steep. 10,000 is too steep. But also, I'm saying that because I don't want someone to do that. Nobody right now... Hang on. Crystal Kaiser, what are you trading me? I can't carry that many. Vale, stop gifting subs. I appreciate the fact that you've just done that. It's the first sub you've ever gifted in this channel, but it's a banana-based conversation. You're in for 100. Can you prove you've never eaten one? No, we'd have to go to the banana police. Right, Lord Shizen, where are you, mate? There you are. Hello? Do you have the parcel, citizen? I'm afraid not. I went to see Phileas, but his home was trashed, and he was gone. Gone? That's not good. What do we do now? I'll open an investigation for this immediately. Hopefully we can find out what's happened to Phileas. What about the research? I'm afraid without the parcel we don't have anything linking King Shizen to your discovery. However, the rest of your research is still valid. I'll contact the research team on the mountain and make sure their discoveries are documented in the Arceus library. Is there anything I can do? You've done enough for now, citizen. I'll be in touch if we require your assistance again. For now, here is payment for your time. You have completed Tale of the Righteous. Coins, a memoir page, and quest points. Need anything else, citizen? Nah, I'm all good, mate. I'm all good. Have we leveled up? No. Right. The next quest will be Troll Stronghold. And that... Yep, combat level 50, thieving 30, troll stronghold we can definitely do. That requires a break. We've been streaming for 3 hours, and that means that I also need to go and do some IRL housework. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. It's been fun. I'm now going to go and build lots of Imperial Guard for Warhammer. Thank you for listening to me rant and rave. Maybe one day I will do a reaction stream to a reaction stream to a reaction stream. Until then, I'll just try and keep making the high-quality video game review videos on both MMORPGs and retro games. Join the Discord if you've not, so you can join the Union, and I will see you beautiful people next weekend. Take care, good night, and God bless.